Hey, if you're joining us early, you are listening to the Killer Radio Show, and you're hearing Crappy Dracula, and they've donated some tunes to us, so we'll start the show in just a few. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, what?
Okay, hello and welcome.
Zip.
Say hi, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Hey,
Hello.
that's terrible. Welcome to the Killer Radio
So is your
Show
facial
on
hair.
www.riverwestradio.com. This is our fourth episode.
Fourth episode.
Fourth
of Killer
episode.
Radio.
We are the Cast of Killers radio collective, comedy collective. That's
Representing the 414 Nougat.
that's Jason Hellman, and that is Eric Thorson. Say hi, Eric. You can use the microphone too. That's fine.
Hey, what's up?
He's too busy checking his Facebook to talk in the radio now.
Yeah. And I'm Ryan Mason. There's an extreme close-up of me. Hey, I'm gonna put this on Jason for now. Welcome back. Yeah. After our show last week, we were able to get in touch with some other people to be on the show this week. So we have Holly Schaefer coming in from Rethreads, which is a local store here in River West.
Fantastic little consignment store.
Yeah, and in Bayview, too. I guess they have a store, too. And we also have local comedians, Tony Tudor and Ryan Holman, that'll be coming in later. Hopefully they show up and they're not too busy, kissing each other or whatever. So
Well, we have the video for that, so if we can get that
Yeah.
on tape, we can probably sell it.
tune in later to see Tony Tudor kissing Ryan Holman.
It's the Holman Tudor sex tape.
It's going to happen.
Recorded live.
It's gonna
Killer
happen.
Radio.
So we're coming to you every week from 8 to 10 to talk about what's going on in River West, what's going on with the Cast of Killers Comedy Collective, the shows that we've been doing, what's going on in the world today, all that good stuff. So what shows did we do since the last time?
Carte Blanche.
Carte Blanche?
Karma.
Karma.
Yeah,
I was into
Karma. Karma was amazing.
Karma was a lot of fun.
Yeah. We had Jeff LaFleur. We had Lisa Traeger.
Nate
We had
Seek.
Eric Thorson. Nate Seek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his entire crew.
Yeah. That whole it was basically the Karma Presents Nate Seek show with special guests.
Oh.
Everyone else is what's happening?
Yeah,
this
this guy just
van.
went over the curb. That was pretty cool.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought he hit the bikes.
That's what people
there
are
was-
tuning in to hear. Parallel
Anyways, we
parking
had a great
stores.
show at Karma. Everyone was fantastic. Everyone had a good time.
Yeah, it was really good.
Sweet.
Oh.
Yeah. And was the what else?
Kristen Toomey was there out of Chicago. She's pretty fly.
Saturday, me, Laura, and Nick Ledesma went up to the Derriere Comedy Festival.
That means other stuff.
Where was that?
Derriere.
Where was
Combined Locks, Wisconsin. That's where it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You don't say.
And Nick actually, there was 2 winners, and Nick won one of the spots.
Oh,
And
excellent.
So he gets a spot in St. Louis.
He's got to go back to combined locks. It's like, hey, you won. You want to show even further up north. You got to go to Manitowoc. I don't know. That's cool. St.
Yeah,
Louis.
Crane's Butter put that together. So
That's sweet.
Yeah.
Trains.
So,
trip to St. Louis, that's pretty awesome.
did you take the time to smell?
Yeah,
the
they've got an
Derriere?
arch. That's pretty impressive. St.
Yeah.
Louis. They've got an arch.
Gateway to the Midwest.
Yeah.
And a crappy baseball team.
Yeah, sure.
Whoa.
Yeah, sure.
Who's protecting that gate?
So I had a nice eventful week too. I was extremely sick, so I spent a lot of time watching TV and I don't know, doing things. Like I went to Walmart to buy a humidifier, so that was exciting. For
Like
me.
the rock star we all know you are. What'd you watch? What was the thing you watched?
Even
my
fired some Vicks Vapor Rub.
my girlfriend has me watching a show called Killer Kids.
Is that about kids who kill,
That
or
is
is that
exactly
about
what it's
awesome
about.
kids? Because those things don't exist.
Yeah, tune into Killer Kids. These kids are killer.
Well, there's a show on TV that I randomly fell upon while under the influence called Too Cute! Exclamation point,
yeah.
where it's just a bunch
Puppies.
of cuddly puppies and monkeys just being remarkably cute. And so I didn't know if there was a bunch of kids like listening to their parents,
Oh, no.
not setting things on fire, not smoking meth, not getting pregnant, stuff like that. Like,
Hugging puppies.
this is Ryan. He's achieved stuff.
No,
Hugging
like Killer
monkeys,
Kids is
yeah.
literally what it claims to be. Like it's the most terrible thing, and like it's always.
Is it kids killing kids?
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. And
Wow.
every show that I've seen.
Weird they
is
released
in
this near the
Canada.
release of the Hunger Games.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's really vogue right now. In vogue right now for kids to kill each other.
I think we realized we have too many of them, and we need to inspire them to violence.
Yeah,
Only against each other.
I wasn't really bothered by it, and then I saw Hunger Games, and now I'm totally into it. I guess so that's fine with me.
I liked killing kids before it was cool.
Yeah, and so I watched. I have seen the Too Cute show though. Did you see the Too Cute with sloths? They had Too Cute sloths. Oh my god.
No, just a bunch of, hey, you guys.
No. I'm gonna break it to you. It's extremely cute. Spoiler alert.
You ruined it for me, Ryan.
Spoiler alert. The sloths are extremely cute. Holly Schaefer's walking into the studio now. We're gonna bring her on after we play some music from Crappy Dracula in a little bit. You're gonna have to sit with Steve for like a few minutes here, or you can
He's great company.
just perch yourself there. We'll get her on the camera right now, there, so you can see her. Wave and say hi. Oh, there she is. She's waving. Holly was from, like we said, from Rethreads. She's gonna talk to you guys about all the things you need to know for vintage shopping and I don't know, summer. Sure, whatever. Yeah, whatever. She's looking at us and going like, there's a lot of work I gotta do right now. So, yeah, I was sick. I went to the Walmart on Capitol Drive to buy a humidifier, which was like the worst thing that anybody, like you could wish upon someone. I did find the one humidifier they had in the store, and it looked like it had been returned. So I was like, not only am I in the Capitol Walmart, I'm buying some goods that are not good enough for the patrons here. Like it was horrifying. I don't know I guess if there's people listening from outside of Milwaukee, I guess how would you describe Capitol Drive Walmart, Jason?
The 13th circle of poor hell.
Yeah, it's terrible. Like it's basically like people working and like just bleary-eyed and things just strewn about a store. Nothing like
I've never
Rethreads.
seen a more apathetic workforce in my entire life.
Oh, no.
Like they,
And Jason
give-
works.
yeah, sort of. Yeah.
You didn't see his air quotes, but
Have you ever I have good stories about like the Capitol Walmart. One of the times I went there, I was just going there to get a few things and to buy cigarettes. And I literally got to the one place where you can buy cigarettes in that Walmart, and the lady was like, "They're really expensive here. You should go somewhere else." Like she talked me out of like buying cigarettes from her. It was great.
Wow. There's just so much. The only thing that really struck me about Capitol before they started doing the renovation and tried to pretend it's not the trashiest place on earth by adding really good lighting and a food section that actually makes the place more pathetic now. Is the
Cheap lettuce.
it's really easy to walk out of there, and they don't.
Yeah.
So many people steal from that place. You see people
Yeah.
with carts just full of stuff, just walking out the place they walked in.
Really? Because I get stopped like every time.
I never get stopped.
Really?
Yeah.
That's unfair.
one time some guy was trying to sell me like burnt DVDs from his van in the parking lot of the Walmart. on
Yeah.
Capitol.
Yeah, that happens.
There's that one guy.
It's just like him.
Yeah.
It's just like him. And it's like him remaking movies. Hey, I'm here at the Shawshank Redemption. This prison is bugging
Like
me
Be
out.
Kind Rewind.
Yeah.
Just him and his friends out there.
We should say, while we get into the show, if you have questions about vintage shopping, if you have questions for Eric, Jason, or I
About the
what's
Capitol
going on,
Walmart.
Or
about the
Steve.
Capitol Walmart, or Steve Breeze, who's here, man in the ones and twos.
Yeah.
He's going to bring you guys pictures and whatever on our website. But you can tune in. You can tweet us at Cast of Killers. Hashtag Killer Radio.
Yep.
Also, I guess you can probably follow Rethreads on Twitter. Is that a thing yet? Never mind. In the future,
Facebook. You can
follow him on Facebook. Yeah. So tweet us some questions that you have. We'd love to hear from you. And thanks for checking us out. So.
Walmart.
Eric, yeah, tell us more. Another story about Walmart. Somebody has to have one at this point. Oh, Holly has one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she's gonna stay tuned. She's setting the table. That's what I like to hear.
Cliffhanger here.
I can say that there's only one door on the Walmart that's open right now, and so I parked close to the other door. And if it would have been nighttime, I would have just walked right back to my car once I got to that door that was closed. It's still scary. It's
it's
three
still-
blocks from my house. It's like another region.
They're trying to turn it into one of those super monolithic Walmarts that plagues the outskirts. They're probably going to take up that entire block sometime.
Hopefully.
Those weird, awful mall Walmarts.
Yeah.
I remember we were driving through one of those one time and
Literally driving through it.
it was we were just driving past. It's where's the entrance to this thing? And it's everywhere is the entrance to
Yeah.
Walmart. That's always in the
There is
future.
no
Every
exit.
door you walk into will just be an entrance to Walmart.
So you're saying that Walmart is the new Hotel California?
Yeah.
Basically is what you're saying. It's a shitty Eagles song. It's a cruddy Eagles song.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's an
man.
unfortunate Eagle song.
Oh man.
Overplayed.
It's funny too. The branding too is really funny. I bought socks. I'm not proud. Okay, I bought some socks.
That's
and
okay.
Their brand is Faded Glory, right? Faded Glory.
Aww.
And it reminded me
Sounds like a stripper name.
a little bit like Faded Glory or like remember when our country was great.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're
I
going
mean, back when
for.
the place was populated by mom and pop shops, which you walked in and stomped over.
Yeah, Faded Glory. This stuff is made in Myanmar. America used to make things.
America, made in China.
Yeah. Oh man, but I remember when I was a kid, my mom took us to Walmart and she bought my brother and I jackets, and they were Faded Glory. This must have been right when Faded Glory was coming out too, because it was lumberjack red and black jacket that I thought was so cool. I couldn't get over it. I was
still
like, this
think
is what
is
Biggie
so
Smalls
cool.
wears. But it couldn't be anything further from it. Oh man, do you remember the first time you went there? Because
To Capitol?
Yeah.
The Capitol
The Capitol
Wall.
one? Yeah, I do.
Eric, what was
Because
the story?
I'm from small town up north, so I was expecting a Walmart, not the Capitol Walmart.
You have to specify that it's that one. You can just say I went to Walmart when people are like, I went to the Capitol Walmart. Oh. Do you need a hug?
There's only 2 aisles open, and if you go anywhere between 4 and 7 o'clock, that's a 2-hour thing.
Oh yeah, depending
There's-
on what day of the month.
Did that guy that works there, the cart pusher, the one with the really long, elaborate beard beads?
Sure, yeah, the guy from Anthrax.
Yeah. Oh no, he's. This guy's a little bit
He's
more
there.
Latino than the guy from Anthrax.
Who isn't?
But he always used to be. He's always so cheerful when you see him in there. And I tried to fix his iPod once, but that's a whole other story. But he's always like, "Hey man, welcome to Walmart. It's nice to see you. Have a good day." Aw, you've Stockholm syndrome.
Oh
aw.
man, that's terrible. I remember the first time. This is probably kind of maybe the same for you, but the first time I went to the Capitol Drive Walmart was when my parents were dropping me off at school at UWM. It was one of the first times that they had dropped me in the city of Milwaukee, and they're like, "Okay, you're gonna be fine. This is the beautiful campus, and everything's wonderful." And we're like, "You know what? I think he needs a mini fridge. We forgot that." So we go to the Capitol Walmart, and the look on my parents' face, and they're like, oh, we thought college was going to be fine, but this place is so close. Their bologna is so cheap. Like, I just remember getting back to my dorm room and my mom being like, you should, if you go there, go with a friend, you know? Like, she wasn't wrong, but it was just like,
Why? You'll
they're
both get
heartbroken.
robbed.
Yeah, I was like, I don't have any money, but they might. Yeah, good idea, Mom. Well, it's good to know.
Capital Walmart open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every night. Actually, I think it's 9 p.m. I think they close an hour earlier now. That
Oh,
it got
really?
warmer earlier. They know.
You know, speaking of getting warmer earlier, this is my segue. How'd I do?
That's not bad, yeah.
So my neighbors have a raccoon infestation. I want to get it out there. Let's talk about it. And they've started putting raccoon traps on their deck, like up, like on a second level deck. And I walked out there the other day, and here's the thing. Apparently, raccoons love marshmallows, like first and foremost. But this raccoon was trapped in this cage, like no bigger than a shoebox, and it's just like laying on its back, relaxing, eating marshmallows, like imprisoned in a tiny cage.
That's amazing. You
Yeah.
finally gave it what it was looking for. It doesn't have to scrounge anymore.
Yeah, it was like, this is great. It was like sunning itself almost. It was terrible.
I would keep it as a pet and feed it marshmallows.
Yeah.
And sick it after.
Well, let's
people
introduce.
ask it to squeeze
Speaking
me.
of raccoons who are delightful, we also have a delightful guest right now. Joining us right now is Holly Schaefer. Say hi, Holly.
Hi.
Holly's from Rethreads, and if you don't know what Rethreads is, why don't you tell them?
Rethreads is a buy-sell trade store. It's a recycled clothing boutique. I guess that's what our marketing guy is calling it now.
Okay.
And we are located on Humboldt in River West, and we also have 2 locations in Madison and a new store opening May 1st in Bayview on South KK.
Rock on. In Madison too?
Yep,
I
there's
didn't
one
know
on
that.
State Street and one on Odana Road. In
Odana.
Madison.
I play golf over by Odana. Do you want to talk
Yeah,
about that?
I guess there's a mall over there or something.
Yeah. Eric, there's another mic too, by the way. You're really doing great.
Yeah, where is it?
So, yeah. If you don't know where Odana Road is, you're going to want to get real close to Whitney Way. This is me killing time. No, I don't even know if that's right. Somebody tweet us from Madison to say, like, you're an idiot. You know nothing. You think that's true? Good.
Put it into the GPS.
Eric, that's
Actually,
our...
just tweet us anytime you want about
Yeah.
how stupid and don't know anything.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Holly, you can use this mic here. This is why I was going to play music and set these up, but, you know, Eric's part of the show.
Seems real close.
Yeah. No, they're not very strong. So you can talk into
Intimate but not offensive. That's the level you want to go for.
Right
Yeah.
up in my face.
In your bubble.
it. Right up in your grill. All right, I'm going to turn you on, Eric.
That's a
So
first date space right there.
Yeah, this is appropriate.
On yet? No?
Nope, Eric, you're not on. Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah? Not yet? Did you plug the...
Did you turn it on? Is it?
It's
plugged?
on. It's on. It's plugged in. All right, well, let's just use our time with Holly wisely, and
Yeah.
I'll figure those out in a little bit. You guys can share the
Some
mic.
music, that's
Yeah.
fine.
You want to play a song? I'll play a song. We got some music from Crappy Dracula,
Yeah,
so
we'll be right back.
Let's do it.
we'll be right back. This is a short interlude that we've got going here. This song is called Blimp Heist. I think it's kind of funny.
That's a good name.
Hey, Doug, how you doing?
Terrible.
That's great.
That crazy guitar machine you're working woke me up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, not really. But why don't you let me make it up to you?
Well, I have been feeling a little backed up.
No, Goofus and Gallant. Make it up to you by presenting you with that time-honored American tradition of singer-songwriter storytelling.
Singer-songwriter?
Yes, in the oft-desecrated tradition of Phil Oakes.
Okay, but can I magically jump in with lyrics and vocals at exactly the right time?
Well, I don't see why not.
No? Yes? Maybe?
I was walking out of my parole officer's house the other day, minding my business and wearing pants like she advised, when out of the clear blue yonder, a coupon fell in front of me. I picked it up. The coupon read good for one, and then in parentheses the word one, free blimp ride. On Blimp Incorporated's newest blimp, El Globo. A free blimp ride, I screamed. Where do I sign up? Luckily, there were careful instructions.
Then what did you do?
Well, I went and signed up.
Then what did you do?
Well, they put me on board.
Then where did you sit?
How could that possibly matter?
I wanted to steal a shitty story.
Fair enough. I sat next to a beautiful woman wearing a ski mask. We talked a bit, mostly about Raymond and Peter, and then soon after takeoff, she pulled out a huge knife and said,
Okay, you slam on this is a blimp heist to raise awareness of the lizard people who secretly control the government.
I was immediately lost. Tell me all your plans.
All right, we're coming back.
Yeah, we are. We're coming back. We're coming back. Coming back for you. Oh, coming back for you. Oh, coming back for you.
All right, we're back. All right, we're back.
Coming back.
Okay, we're back with the Killer Radio Show. I'm Ryan Mason with Eric Thorson
And Jason Hillman.
And
is
we're
here.
joined right now by Holly Schaefer from Rethreads. We figured out how to use microphones, so that
Yes.
was a huge step for us. This is why Eric isn't only in charge of Twitter. That's it. So, Holly, I have questions for you. Can I ask questions, or do you want to
do.
set up Rethreads a little bit more? What do you want to do?
No, ask away. Although I do have an awesome Capital Walmart story.
Oh,
that
do it.
ties
Yes,
into
let's
one
do
of
that.
My vintage shopping tips, which is always bring your own bag.
Yes.
So, in an effort
candy,
to do
right?
that, when I was out thrifting in super secret Racine thrift stores, I stopped at the Walmart down there.
Okay.
Which is like this beautiful, pristine, super organized, gorgeous place.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Target. And I bought 6 laundry bags to use for my thrifting adventure, and then I wanted more, so I was like, "Oh, I'll just go over to Capital."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
So
So
it's
many
like
stories
a
start that
third world
way.
country over there, and I go in and I'm like, all right, where are the laundry bags? I search all over. I finally find some sort of pop-up hampers.
Yeah.
Then I find at the end of the aisle on the floor, in no packaging, the laundry bag I'm looking for. It's just like
Glistening
on the
with urine.
floor. Like there's a spotlight on it, and so I go ask the lady, and like, oh yeah, I was looking for more of these. Do you have any? And she was just sort of like, what is it? And she was like the store manager or something.
Yeah.
She was official.
Top dog.
She was wearing like a sweater. She was really dressed to the nines for Walmart.
Yeah.
Definitely wearing some faded glory. And she was
FG.
like, well, we don't have any more, but you can buy that one. And I was like, okay, well, it doesn't have any packaging, so how are they going to ring it up? And she was like, oh, I'll just tell them. How much did you buy them for in Racine? And I was like, $2, which was valid.
Yeah.
So I get up there and I tell the cashier, and she's like, mm-mm. And I'm like, no, the lady in the sweater said she was going to tell you, and it would be fine. And she's like, I don't think so. $2? That doesn't seem right. And I was
Like suddenly she's a catalog. Like she knows things about a laundry
She's
basket.
like, this
She's
is
played a lot of
really
Price is
nice.
Right.
It has a zipper, and I was like, I know, it's a great deal for $2, but that's how much it is. And so like she has to call somebody else, and it's this
Oh, no.
whole fiasco. And I was just like,
Suddenly
oh.
everybody knows. You're like, this lady likes to buy stuff at Walmart for $2.
Yeah.
Like the joke is that like everything there is $2. Like,
Not
like
everything.
And this is coming from the same place that let like
Everything is roughly
$14,000 in
worth it.
fraudulent gift cards go like a couple years ago.
Yeah. Well, I think this girl was new and had not, drank the Kool-Aid yet of not giving a
Not giving me a dang.
dang.
You can say what you need to say. We're not
Gosh
supposed to
darn.
swear.
Give a good gosh darn.
Yeah.
I already broke the rules, so.
Yeah.
And we need to set a better example than you, Ryan.
Well, it's really, speaking of setting a good example, we are 3 comics who have to be on a stage. And one thing I wanted to ask you was like, outside perspective, like what should a comic wear on stage? Like, do we dress up? Do we look shabby for fun?
Is it tacky to look like really just like look funny, like just really
Well,
loud
I think
colors
for
and stuff?
any performer, what's really important is branding. So, you have to think about what kind of comedy you're doing. If it's like super intellectual, then,
Then you
get
gotta
a
look good.
vest and maybe a sweater with patches on the sleeves.
Yeah.
But what if I spend all of my time reading and not dressing myself?
Then, hire somebody,
Yeah.
get a
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Get a girl. Look, easier said than done. These are comics.
Okay. Internet dating.
Yeah, internet date. That's a good tip. So,
Yeah.
with Rethreads, what sets Rethreads apart? Like, what makes you guys different than, Joe Schmo's vintage store?
Well, we don't only sell vintage. We do sell contemporary clothes as well. So we have a team of buyers that is trained to select items, based on style, condition, what our customers are asking for.
Sure.
So we like to think of it as a little more curated than your typical thrift store, but it's a lot more diverse than some other shops that specialize only in vintage, because we will take something that's, Forever 21 if it's really cute and
Yeah.
current, and we also have really great designer stuff too.
You don't
so.
discriminate. I like that.
No, it's very
Well, we
eclectic.
do heavily at times. So I guess, Jason, why don't you ask a question? You're probably, I would say, of the group, Jason's probably the most stylish, but like not of his own accord. Like,
He is wearing flip-flops.
well, I know, but maybe I just
that
mean
is a conscious choice.
yeah. Maybe I just mean the best looking. Maybe that's it. Like, you get away with wearing a stupid shirt, whereas like Eric looks like he picked it up off the ground.
Is that a thing?
Most of the time, true. Most of the time.
So what was your question?
Ask a question. That was my question.
Well, yeah. What I was curious about was really what was the difference between like this 35-cent shirt that I bought at Value Village compared to a T-shirt I bought at Rethreads. But one of my favorite hoodies comes from Rethreads, and I wouldn't have been able to find that at Value Village. So my question is how did you guys end up being so awesome?
Great question.
Yeah, that's a really great question. We buy all of our merchandise from the people who shop there. So I think that's
okay.
really great. Our customers bring in clothes that they don't wear anymore, and so it keeps our styles consistent with what our customers want because it's something that they had. And as a person who has a lot of clothes and likes to have a lot of clothes, it's really nice to kind of rotate stuff sometimes. So even though something's really great, I might just kind of be over it for now and I'll trade it in and get something else. So you could definitely bring your 35-cent shirt to Rethreads and we might buy it, and we wouldn't price it at 35 cents for sure, but sometimes you get a good find.
How much would you put this at?
Maybe $6.50.
$6.50.
That's
oh
nice.
my
Attack
Wow.
me. I need the practice. It's pretty good.
There's
There's a bulldog
it
on
stinks,
it.
though.
Anything with animals, we can always price a little higher. People really like deer. Very
yeah.
popular
Yeah.
animal.
the bucks. Anything
Yeah,
with the
my
bucks
favorite
on it.
animal is whale. We don't get a lot of whale stuff, but
That's 'cause they're
kittens-
endangered.
I know.
Yeah.
Frogs. Yeah, we do have a frog skirt at the Bayview store, so you can come and get
That's
that.
awesome.
Yeah, come get it.
Magnolia shirt.
Well, another thing, when I met Holly, she was talking about going on an adventure to pick up clothes, and that's what really thought that it made me think that we should bring her in, because comics always have stories about going on the road and doing things, but like she actually has a purpose when she goes out, and like I'm sure there are stories about going to do what you're supposed to do and like crazy things coming up.
Yeah, we do have a lot of crazy happenings in the store. I think it's just the nature of the business, like resale. It just kind of brings out the crazies once in a while, and we've definitely had some interesting people come in. But I think, when we go out on our thrifting trips, usually not that many interesting things happen, but we do find really amazing things.
I'm
and-
imagining like a lot of sing-alongs in the car with like crafty
Yes.
women. Am I wrong?
Absolutely. You are not wrong
Is
at
it all
all.
80s tunes and like
No.
lot of Pat
right now,
Benatar.
our favorite song to listen to get us pumped is that Flo Rida song.
okay, all right.
So you guys like
Wild
terrible
Ones.
music.
Yeah. We do like some bad music, but it's great. Yeah.
What is that song? I don't know it. Am I out of touch?
Wild Ones, I think you are. out of
Yeah,
touch.
I probably am.
We should
could
look
get
it up.
Jen to call in and sing it for us. That
Yeah.
would be awesome.
I don't know that song. I'm so lame. Give me a few bars.
No,
Holly.
you don't want me to sing. I'm not. good
That's
at
funny.
singing.
What is the most god awful thing that someone has like sincerely brought to you? And like, I have these clothes, I'd like to sell them to you, and you laughed in their face.
Oh, there are so many. That's impossible to say. I mean, a lot of times I feel like when people think they have really good stuff, that's when they have really not good stuff. And they'll try to convince us that it's really awesome and, say, oh, this is so great. It's silk. My mom bought it in Italy in 1972. And you're like, that's great, but it's ugly. I don't care what it's made out of.
Your mom's dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, your mom
My
is-
grandmother gave this to me. How much do you want to give me for it? Oh,
Yeah,
she
a
had bad
lot of-
taste.
Yeah, a lot of times I
good
think
thing
it's
she's
really
dead.
interesting when people bring in things and they're like, yeah, this belonged to my mother. And I'm like, wow, that's like a family heirloom. Are you sure?
It's like a
I'm gonna
quadruple
price it
XL.
at,
You're like,
$16 and like you're gonna get $6 for it.
is it worth it? Is it really worth it?
What's the most what's something you've gotten where you wanted to raise it above your head like you were in Legend of Zelda and just like, oh my god.
A New Kids on the Block sweater.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, it was glorious. We made the tiniest person in the store put it on, and we immediately put a picture of it on Facebook, and that is definitely the most likes we've ever received.
That's awesome.
And we priced the thing at $22, and it sold in like a day.
10 seconds.
And pretty much every person that was on our Facebook was like, "Put that on hold for me. Put that on hold for me."
Yeah.
We were like, "Nope, you gotta come and get it."
Yeah.
And it was gone very, very quickly. That was pretty amazing.
That's awesome.
Oh, there's the wild ones.
Here, throw it on the mic.
we don't have the license.
That's all right. It's for comedy. We'll do jokes over it. You're listening to Killer Radio.
This
hope
is what
Jen's
thrifters
listening.
sing to each other on their journeys.
Now I'm gonna set the table. Okay,
That'd be like a cool music video.
put yourself in this scene.
I imagine a lot of
Yeah.
knitting to this song though, whereas
Yeah,
the
yeah.
actual
Yeah.
video has a lot of big booty hoes. This, you guys are just knitting,
BBHs.
Yeah.
like shopping for vintage
for, like, quarters,
vests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're driving through southeastern
scene.
Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
You're just passing Kenosha. There's an iron skillet on the right hand side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
This song comes on.
Oh, your windows have to be down. Your hair is flowing.
You got a back seat that's just full of American Spirits cartons and sweaters with foxes on
Feathers.
Yeah. Ooh,
There has to be
I
some
wish
feathers.
we had fox sweaters.
them. Just
Yeah.
enjoy.
A lot
it.
of wolf shirts. You got a lot of wolf shirts.
Wolf shirts are very popular. They sell pretty fast.
Speaking of which, what is your
No.
least favorite? Like out of all the trends, all the things you pick up, this is terrible. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
That was Flo Rida.
That was Flo Rida.
What is? Wow, I forgot what the question was gonna be.
Favorite trend?
Oh, least favorite. Like, what do you wish people would stop bringing you? What do you wish people would stop wearing? You just want to clothesline when you see it on the street.
Yeah, I don't know, the 90s thing. Sorry, 20-something.
I swear to God, I saw Kid and
Kids.
Play like down the street earlier.
No, Kid and Play, that's fine, but like the grunge.
Grunge? You're done with grunge? Sorry, Eric.
Yeah, I know.
I think not
feel
caring
like-
about what you look like is never gonna die.
Well, no, it's not caring. It's like this,
Contrived
90s,
not
like the
caring.
long floral skirts. I know. A lot of the girls really like it, and they all look really pretty.
Dawson's Creek
But
esque stuff.
I'm definitely a fan of a more like 50s, 60s new look, high-waisted
Yes.
skirts.
Ooh la la.
Tight
I'm a fan of
blouses.
50 and 60-year-old women, period.
I'm always amused by how much women love styles from the 50s. Since that was like a time of probably the greatest depression.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think that a lot of the styles really celebrated femininity in a way that is really great, and we can, use those styles to celebrate like a woman's body without having to be like, well, your body belongs to a man.
Here's
Right.
a boob. Yeah.
I think a lot of old men are like. I think a lot of Mad Men has reminded people how much they missed how much women used to dress.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. There was a thing.
That and Game of Thrones.
There was a thing in Vice a couple, I don't know, like maybe 10 years ago or something that was a do and don't, and it was this girl wearing this really cute 50s dress, and it was something like, I'd like to go back to a time when men were gentlemen and women dressed like peasants, and I agree. I would.
All right,
That's
hey.
a really good way of putting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question. What do you think about like?
Is your question how to use microphones?
How do you?
Here, you can use mine.
Okay.
Here you go.
What do you think about like hats for fashion? How do you feel about hats, especially like berets?
God, all this build up for that stupid question. I'm kidding.
I feel like I'm walking into a joke. Berets and fedoras are totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dummy.
I think that hats are awesome, and I really wish that they would come back. And I think if you're a dude and you want a hat, you should check out the Brass Rooster in Bayview.
I already like it.
Plug.
It's
got a
amazing.
rooster. We have to shop there.
Yeah, animals. I only buy wine with animals on the label, by the way. It's
Is that your
never
rule?
failed.
Oh.
Yeah, never failed.
That's one
I
of
thought
my
you meant, like,
mom's
you gotta
rule
pick
is
up a
to
bottle
drink
of Merlot
wine
when
like
you
an
get a
animal.
dog.
So sorry, we just stepped on each other's jokes.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
you say yours.
No, I'm good. Mine. There was a reason for that. It's serendipity. It wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, but hats. I would really like hats to come back, and I think that those guys down at the Brass Rooster are doing a good job of
Sure.
doing their part.
What sort of hats? Not those stupid like flat brimmed team hats where you keep the sticker on, right?
No, they have fedoras and Stetsons. They might have a fez or two.
Yeah, a fez or two.
Fez or two.
I'm
they
excited.
Also,
Field
they also
trip.
have shave goods and
Shaved goods.
Oh yeah, I've heard of this place.
It's
Okay.
amazing. This place is really cool, and the guys in there are just like hanging out. It's like barbershop
wangs
What
out.
do
atmosphere.
you call? What did they used to
Hanging
call?
out.
They're just hanging out.
Are there wangs out?
No,
You can be honest with us, okay?
That's a
If we go there, we're gonna see some wangs.
I don't think so.
She's not willing to go all the way out.
Haberdashery, right? Was it haberdashery?
Yeah,
Yes.
used to call them,
a
yeah.
haberdasher.
Yeah, haberdasher.
I guess that's your job if you make hats. You're a haberdasher.
That's an awesome name.
Yeah.
How can you not?
Well, now I got the mic levels good. Hers is way up too. So if you want to speak into that one from a little
But
distance.
tell us which mic you're going to talk into.
Yeah, don't just bum rush the mic like an MC. Don't go Dr. Dre on the mics, okay? We should
Or
say
Tupac hologram.
check the Twitter. Hopefully you're tweeting in some questions for Holly or questions for us, whatever, to at Cast of Killers. That's cast with an E, CASTE of Killers. I didn't think of the name. In fact, think it's
You're gonna
really hard to spell.
Okay.
Yeah, so we
That's
got a
'cause
couple
you're
people for Twitter.
Illiterate.
First of all, let's
Ryan.
give a shout out
You're
to
illiterate.
Ethel Millard for following us.
Yeah.
Ethel.
Let's give a big thank you to the woman who's responsible for Damon Millard.
Oh,
Yes, yes.
Period.
I feel like it's like all women are kind of responsible for Damon Millard. Like he is there's a collective like group of happenstances that have led to Damon.
I really
I feel
a
like
need
there's a
to
lot of women out there who
keep him safe.
complain
Yeah. Oh no. Go ahead, Eric.
because of
And
Damon Millard.
our buddy Mark Thorpe said he's listening in, so that's cool.
Shout out to
And,
Illinois State University. What's the haps on the campus?
And Kim M is streaming while doing her laundry.
Oh yeah, let's give a big shout out to people folding laundry. We're talking about laundry here on the Killer Radio
yeah.
Show, so keep it
You
real,
already
laundry
keep laundry
folders.
bags, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not at Capital Walmart.
No.
And our buddy Aiden Radio over from Japan.
Oh, we're
yeah.
international tonight.
This is back what we were talking about before. He wants to know who the heck buys their own socks, Ryan.
What do you mean? What do you mean buys? What am I supposed to make my own socks?
his mom
won-
buys his
yeah.
socks.
Yeah, he does
Now
that.
his
You don't
wife
have
buys
a
his
mom
socks.
/ girlfriend / grandmother / aunt / any woman in your life.
Look, they're not.
Hashtag Killer Radio.
They're not pulling their weight as far as my cold tootsies are concerned. That's all I know. All right.
Yeah, I thought that boys never bought socks. They just waited till Christmas.
till Christmas, yeah.
Yeah.
Look,
And underwear.
No,
I'll
my
tell you
parents
what, guys,
bought me
it was
underwear and
Christmas
Bob
this week for
Marley
me.
CDs.
I have inherited your inability to deal with me.
Oh God, it's rubbing off on you. Okay, well, everybody's learning. That's cool. Well, let's talk about some of the things that let's talk about male fashion, because
Okay.
I literally go to Target and hit up the clearance
How do
rack.
you keep a dog from biting you?
Yeah, what can I do that will convince people that I am stylish even when I'm not?
I think it's really important to make sure that your clothes are ironed. A lot of men don't know how to use an iron.
Okay, I
Yeah.
ironed this morning.
Yeah, good. That's really good.
I took an iron pill this morning.
Yeah.
That's not the same thing.
Iron this morning. No idea.
I watched Iron Man this morning.
Yeah.
A tie is always a really good way for a
Yeah.
dude to look like he's trying.
Sure. Yeah, that's true.
It's really easy, and a bow tie especially.
I learned how to tie a bow tie this summer, or this past fall, for a
Congratulations.
wedding I was in. It was my gift to the world, really. It was like,
I actually make bow ties.
You do?
So
What?
if anybody needs bow ties,
I need a
you
Teenage
can
Mutant
hit
Ninja
me
Turtles
up.
bow tie.
If you have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fabric, I
Well,
can
you
make
have to
it
take off
happen.
his underpants.
Or if you have sheets, we could turn your pillowcase into a bow tie.
My sheets into a bow tie.
Yeah.
Underwear might not be enough fabric. You really need at least a quarter yard.
So you said ties, you said hats, and you said, what was the other
No, but
thing?
not having a personality. I don't have to work
Ironing.
on that, right?
Ironing.
No, you really don't.
So I just have to. If I'm just stylish, I can probably just get away with being a scumbag.
Absolutely.
Sweet.
Oh yeah, there are plenty of girls who will put up with that.
Don't encourage him.
Swag.
What about suspenders?
Oh,
Have
I love
ever-
suspenders, but not the clip-on kind. You have to get the kind that actually button into your
Or the kind that
pants.
you have like a measuring stick on them, so you can hold a fish up to him. Is that okay?
If you're fishing.
Write that down, fisherman. Write it down. It's perfectly fine.
I think we should ask it in the way that it's written here. Can you fix this?
Can you fix Steve? That was our other thing.
I think you're doing okay. I think flip-flops are not good for anyone who's not in Florida.
Oh, he's Jewish,
I'm
so
also fighting the good fight. I in any temperature, really. I think that my toes have the right to be free.
Oh, this
Yeah.
guy's
He's
also
got
fighting the good
flip-flops
fight,
too.
yeah.
are you guys both wearing flip flops?
Yeah.
Yeah, his
Yeah.
head's warm and his toes are cold.
I just don't think anyone wants to see your toes.
Yeah, I agree.
You should be looking at my eyes, not my feet.
Well, Holly's
Stop treating
referencing
my feet like a piece of meat.
Steve Breeze over there. If you're just tuning in, this is a Killer Radio show on www.riverwestradio.com. This is called Resetting. I'm doing that. Hope your laundry folding is going really well. We're here 8 to 10 every week. So, again, Tony Tudor and Ryan Holman are going to be in later tonight. And we have Crappy Dracula's the music that we're playing this evening. So we're still here with Holly Schaefer, who's telling us what we can do to better ourselves in the fashion accord, I suppose. I feel like there was a time and place when I really tried as hard as I could, and then like once I was getting laid on a regular basis, like it was just like out the window. Like I was like, no more. Is there like you're in a relationship? Like you're still fashionable. What drives that? It's got to be competition with other women, right?
No.
What?
No.
But way to try to start that fire.
I'm just
Yeah,
saying,
no,
right? That's pretty good.
I think that, well, for me, it's just a non-issue because I grew up with a very fashionable mom who made me really love clothes from a very young age.
We should say your mom is Coco Chanel.
No.
No? Okay.
No.
I misread your bio.
My mom's way cuter than Coco Chanel.
And probably way younger, because that doesn't make sense.
She is a lot younger, yeah. And a lot more alive because Coco
Yeah,
Chanel is,
sure.
not.
You don't have to be alive to be pretty. Just
Yeah,
saying.
that's true.
Yeah.
So for you, it's just like your life. You live and breathe.
Yeah, it's just, live and breathe. But my husband is, pretty fashionable, more fashionable now than he's ever been, I would have
Kudos
to
to
say.
you, patting your own back over there.
But
when when you
I-
met him, he was a mess.
Well, no, he always
met him
had
under a bridge.
He always really liked, cute things, but he didn't
He
know.
picked you. Oh, right.
He didn't understand the value of not wearing things that have stains or holes, and he
Ooh.
still kind of pushes back on
Good
that.
man.
Where I'm like,
Good man.
maybe you should
guy
let
thing.
that one go. And he's like, no, it's really cool. I'm like, it's not white anymore. So
Yeah.
I saw Romeo and Juliet in this shirt. We can't throw it out.
My big struggle was like after college, I got fat. I got way fatter, and like I was so like attached to like certain clothing items that I had
Oh,
accrued
yeah.
over the course of time,
It
and like I
happens.
didn't have like the wherewithal to be like, no, I'm gonna have fashionable clothes even now.
That's where Rethreads comes in. Is
Yes,
you
you're right.
can sell your clothes that don't fit you anymore because you've put on some weight or
How
had
dare you.
kids or whatever.
Yeah.
The college 30.
It's right next to Trax, so I can go eat wings at Trax, and then I can march over to Rethreads and just disrobe, is what you're saying.
And I
No,
I just
they should
cleaned
be
out my
freshly
closet,
laundered.
actually.
So,
Oh.
you should wash your clothes before you bring them in. That's really important.
Very
'cause
well.
we don't wash anything. So
Don't wash anything.
Nope. We ask that the customers bring it in ready to go, clean. That way, it just saves us the trouble and
Money, yeah.
hassle of washing
So
stuff.
do you guys
Be kind,
you do
scrub.
jewelry at the store, right?
Yeah.
And so is the jewelry, I know that River West is a fairly artistic community. Is there made jewelry, found jewelry? Is it vintage jewelry? What is it?
Yeah, it's a mix of everything. We have a lot of people who make jewelry. We actually, pretty much everybody who works in the store makes something. Most of the
Sweet.
girls make jewelry. I make the bow ties. And, we have a lot of pieces that are really unique and beautiful. And then we also have some really cool vintage jewelry. Right now, last week we had this woman sell all of this vintage bug jewelry that's really
Jewelry for
detailed.
bugs, right?
No,
little
jewelry
glasses?
of bugs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
But it's all really
Is it
detailed.
real bugs?
No.
Okay.
They're like like rhinestone and silver and gold, like really beautiful, ornate, but super detailed and creepy. I mean, these things are
That's cool.
look like real bugs, but it's really beautiful.
Do they have like hair barrettes too? Because all I can imagine is like the juxtaposition of like a girl with a bug in her hair. Like a girl with her bug in her hair is never good, right?
I'm sure that there are bug barrettes. We don't have any right now. If you have some, you can definitely come sell them to us.
Bring them in,
Bring
folks.
'em in.
Bring them in. Yeah, I think I'm trying to think of the. I know that my girlfriend shops at Rethreads, and I know I go in there to buy things for her, and then I look at like the things that I think are cool that I immediately tell myself that I cannot pull off. Like, how do you get over the hump of saying like, you know what, I am somebody who can wear that, as opposed to like, I'll just go to Target.
I think you just have to try it, and you'll notice that
I
girls.
look forward to that, right?
It's like an Axe, it'll be like an Axe commercial. You put on like a vintage neon windbreaker, and all of a sudden they'll just be like flocking.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
You just have
All
to
the
go
comic
for it.
friends will be flocking to make fun of me. You know what? That's
All your comic groupies will just be
sure. Yeah, all of them. Oh my goodness.
Comedy groupies. That's funny.
Like we've all been like made fun of probably for what we're wearing. I think comics like to get on each other too. Like, but the thing is, like, there are totally stylish comics. Like Anthony Washington dresses super nice, and like
every day like a different R&B video from the 90s.
yeah, it's crazy. And like who
R.
are
Kelly, Boyz II Men.
who are some of the other ones that like really actually do dress up when they get on stage?
P. Diddy.
P. Diddy is not a comic.
That's not a
He's
comic.
comical.
Well, Chastity dresses really nice,
Bill
and she has like a
Cosby,
legit show going
really
on.
set the standard for crazy sweaters.
That's true.
And we still call them Cosby sweaters when we get them in. Coogee owes
Mostly
him
in a
a debt
pejorative
of
sense, though.
gratitude and financial back payments, I'm sure,
Sure.
because
They're so
nobody likes
popular.
that brand except for people who want Cosby sweaters.
Well, we got a guy leaving on a motorcycle. That's what you're hearing. We're not being trampled by any sort
No,
of
that was just a man
motorcade.
leaving. A
Yeah.
man.
A man's a
A
man.
real man. Speaking of motorcycles, what did you think of Eddie Murphy's raw leather outfit? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right.
That makes me
All
sad,
right.
actually.
All right. Eddie
I'm
Murphy
really
Raw was like
sorry.
his first big special, and he wore like red leather
Everything.
head to toe.
It was like-
and then he called Michael Jackson really mean names. That's like basically
Even though
what
he
it
was wearing his coat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Too soon.
Who's your most stylish?
Too
most
soon.
stylish comic?
Wow, that's
You can say Eric.
hard.
Right now, Aziz Ansari dresses really nice, right?
Yeah.
All the girls like him for sure.
Yeah. He's well manicured.
I think that guy from Community's real cute.
Joe McHale.
Yeah.
Sure.
He dresses
He's like
nice.
hyper tall, from what I hear. I'm just whenever a girl tells me that they like somebody, my first thing is to say like, oh, here's one negative thing.
Hey,
He's
here they
real
come.
tall.
Something wicked this way comes.
Oh no, there's the other two comics. So what I think we'll do, let's give a pause and we'll come back with Holly. Holly can give us a few quick things at the end. If you have any questions for Holly, we're gonna play a song, tweet at Cast of Killers, and we'll give Rethreads another plug when we get back in. You're listening to Killer Radio, and we will be right back. I'm gonna queue up a song here from Crappy Dracula. Let me pick one out that I think is long. This one is called, I don't know, Earth Sucks.
Wah, 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 wah.
Test. Hello. Hey, I'm gonna play one more song because I have to pee. Here's Blimp Heist again from... Oh no, something weird happened. I fixed it. We're gonna play one more song, then we'll be back with Holly Schaefer from Rethreads. You're listening to Killer Radio.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, not really. But why don't you let me make it up to you?
Well, I have been feeling a little backed up.
No, Goofus and Gallant. Make it up to you by presenting you with that time-honored American tradition of singer-songwriter storytelling.
Singer-songwriter?
Yes, in the oft-desecrated tradition of Phil Oakes.
Okay, but can I magically jump in with lyrics and vocals at exactly the right time?
Well, I don't see why not. I was walking out of my parole officer's house the other day, minding my business and wearing pants like she advised, when out of the clear blue yonder, a coupon fell in front of me. I picked it up. The coupon read good for one, and then in parentheses the word one, free blimp ride on Blimp Incorporated's newest blimp, El Globo. A free blimp ride, I screamed. Where do I sign up? Luckily, there were careful instructions.
Then what did you do?
Well, I went and signed up.
Then what did you do?
Well, they put me on board.
Then where did you sit?
How could that possibly matter?
I wanted to steal a shitty story.
Fair enough. I sat next to a beautiful woman wearing a ski mask. We talked a bit, mostly about Raymond and Peter, and then soon after takeoff, she pulled out a huge knife and said,
Okay, you slam mugs, this is a blimp heist to raise awareness of the lizard people who secretly control the government.
I was immediately lost. Tell me all your plans. Tell me everything you'll do when you grab control of this big balloon. Threaten to fly it into the moon. Then you kill the others, but you let me loose. So I can fly with you into forever. So there we were. Me, our stunning captor, the pilot, and the guest passenger, Joey Buttafuoco, being held hostage while we hovered over the stadium hosting the 2006 Intramural Cricket Championships. Her demands were simple: expose the secret government located under Mount Weather, and secondly, make cars that run on sandwiches, or something like that. I couldn't really focus. I was too busy staring at her gorgeous eyes and that knife. Tell me all your plans. Tell me everything you'll do when you grab control of this big balloon. Run to fly into Saskatoon, then you kill the others, but you let me loose. So I guess the pilot has some value, but Joey Buttafuoco, come on. And I think I can get into that New Age order stuff you're screaming about. At least enough to help you with the political act of gliding this blimp at 22 miles per hour.
Are we back?
We are back. You're listening to Killer Radio. That was Crappy Dracula. Thank you so much to Crappy Dracula for donating their music to us. I actually played a show with them last week with some of our upcoming guests, Tony Tudor and Ryan Holman. It was awesome. It was really cool to do a show with rock and roll going on too. So it was strange and it was fun at the same time. We'll talk about that when Ryan Holman and Tony Tudor come in. Right now we're still joined by Holly Schaefer from Rethreads. Say hi, Holly.
Hi, Holly.
Hi, Holly. Holly's been telling us how we can live our lives a little bit better, which is helpful, you know.
Yeah. Not by being better people, by dressing like better people.
Yeah, by dressing like better people. I think that's the big thing here for us. I just want to say thank you. Thank you, Holly, so much for coming on. Like,
Who can, really?
I think that is
Dr. Phil.
really positive for us to
My
have.
cat's name, by the way.
Is it? Is that true?
Yes.
Does it make more sense than Dr. Phil? It's probably more qualified.
He's very talkative, actually.
Your cat?
Yeah.
I imagine it would be hard for a vintage shopper not to have a cat.
I have 4.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No to food for me.
Can I say shout out to
Yeah.
Sarah Jane Smith, Azriel, Dr. Phil, and Peter Sellers?
Peter Sellers.
Come
Yeah.
on. Willie Loman.
No, Peter Sellers is like my vintage crush.
Okay.
Like if
all
I
right.
could go back in time and meet any
Would it
person, it'd be
meet at the hips?
it'd be Peter Sellers as Claire Quilty.
Who's your vintage crush?
My vintage. Oh,
Barbarella. Is it Barbarella?
I'd have to think about that for a second.
Take all the time you need.
We have oranges.
Yeah, they're
Everybody
eating
be jealous.
oranges. Yeah, it's an interactive show. You get to watch
Oh my
us
God, I
eat,
can't
so
think of
that's
her
pretty
name.
exciting.
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
I think I learned a
Oh,
lot.
Audrey Hepburn.
Audrey Hepburn. Oh my
Oh, you're
goodness.
lame.
That is really cliche. You could have at least
Yeah.
said Bridget Bardot.
Mine's Rebecca Lobo.
Bridget Bardot isn't interesting.
WNBA
Audrey
star
Hepburn's
Rebecca
actually a very
Lobo.
interesting woman. Sorry.
I'm
You
just
just
making
can't
basketball
understand
jokes
anything
myself.
she's saying. She could be super interesting.
No, but I like
Bridget
I like a woman who tried to have sex with every woman in Hollywood, and when they found out, they tried to silence her. So,
Is that true?
not like silence her, like send thugs to her house, but there was a big backlash against her because she was obviously bisexual.
Well, that just cheers me up to no end. Anyway, speaking of people being shunned for being bisexual.
Gregory Peck is my answer.
Sure. To our listener who's in college at Illinois State, none of these jokes are for you. So just letting you know. But we should say that you learned a lot about fashion, and I learned outside that you should buy a nice coat.
Yes.
That is true.
It's really good to have a nice coat.
Stop wearing basketball shoes, right?
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes, definitely.
Get a nice brown
Don't
shoe.
wear sneakers.
No more sneakers.
Who was the
No
woman?
more
okay.
flip flops.
Who was the woman in Rear Window?
That's Grace Kelly.
Yeah, okay, Grace Kelly. How's that? Is that good? Is
That's
it good?
better.
Okay. Oh my God, I can't win. Madonna. Okay.
She's still around.
Ick.
Circa
Ick.
1987.
Sure.
That's
sure.
vintage now, by the way.
So where
True.
can,
We're
where can people
old.
go to find out more about Rethreads and about you?
Rethreadsclothing.com
Okay.
is our website. And they can also go to the store.
Oh, that's a good thing. Where are the stores again?
It's 2943 North Humboldt and 2671 South KK, opening May 1st.
Yeah. Are you guys doing a big blowout for the opening?
Yeah, we're having a party that Saturday, May 5th, I believe it is. We're going to have a big old party. And
Sweet. Cookout?
check out cupcakes, definitely. We're going to check out the
Off the
legality
grill?
of having wine and beer.
I'm talking
We're
about.
looking into it.
I wouldn't do that around the clothes.
Well, I don't know. White wine. White wine.
White
Yeah.
wine, yeah.
It's not
And
white when it comes back
light
up.
It's vintage
beers.
clothes. It's been around wine before. They're old
Hopefully.
enough to drink. The clothes are old enough to drink.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. That's what day is that again?
That will be Saturday, May 5th.
Okay, May 5th. You're going to be just recovering from the Comedy Battle Royale finale on May 4th. That's happening at the Comedy Cafe. No, I'm sorry, at Comedy Sports.
Yes.
So peel yourself off your couch after having your face melted by laughs and go buy yourself some.
You're gonna need
cute-
some new clothes.
some cute
Definitely.
duds.
And
Definitely
we-
new pants.
If anybody comes in and tells us that they heard me on the show, we will give them 15% off. So
Boom.
everybody rush in and buy some stuff and bring your
Russian attack.
Killer
Bring
Radio.
your good
Go in and say
stuff.
Killer Radio
Yeah.
and just run out.
And hopefully my staff is listening so
What
that
if
they
they're-
know.
What if they're wearing homemade Cast of Killers gear?
Ooh, yeah. Then
If they came in wearing a Cast of
they'll
Killers
be
shirt,
sent away. They'll be sent away.
They'll be shunned, banished.
Yeah, we should say if
as
you're,
well they should be.
if you're somebody who's new to the show and you liked Holly and you like everything that Rethreads is doing, and please, like our Facebook page as well. We're gonna bring her back to the show again, especially since people seem to like her. She's a lovely lady. This is me complimenting you, but thank you so much, Holly,
I
for
would
coming
like to
on
do
the
a
show.
makeover show. That would be fun.
Yeah, we got to pick the right comic to do. I have who's the early out the gate leader for comic needing a makeover? Is it Bolton?
Lara Bites.
She's already she's fashion forward.
She's fully formed.
Andy Bolton. Eric's he's a good one. I mean, he's from Marinette and he looks it. So maybe it's Eric Thorson. So thank you so much, Holly.
Thank you for having me, guys. This
yeah.
is really fun.
Guesting it up. We're gonna bring on our next two guests here, and they can say hi with Holly too. This is Ryan Holman and Tony Tudor. So I'm gonna clap.
Guys.
Hello.
You guys come
Hi,
up
Ryan
here.
Holman.
Good
Yeah.
job, guys. Come on over here.
Come on over. Come on over.
Come cuddle. Cuddle, Ryan.
Yeah, these mics are working, so Eric's just real slow. We got to crank them way up. So
I love this chair.
Isn't it?
yeah, you can grab those mics, see if they work. So we're joined right now by Tony Tudor and Ryan Holman.
Hello.
Is it working?
Yeah, you're really
Yeah.
gonna have to scream into that one and bring it.
Oh, well, nice.
Oh, this one's not.
No, that's on Tony.
Oh, okay.
Well, I should
about
say
this?
that one's Tony right there. Say hi, Tony.
Hello.
Okay, that's Ryan Holman right there. And
I don't have to scream.
nah, I don't know.
How's this one?
It's not on.
Well, balls.
No, there you go. You're on. You're on.
Yeah?
Yep, you're on.
Yeah,
You're good.
okay, good.
Ryan Holman is a comic from Milwaukee, and he was in the show that I was in, and we were talking about at the Cactus Club last week, Wednesday. And he's also here to promote a show here in River West. So if you're a River West listener, right on. You've got Ryan Holman, who's booking a show for you at Stonefly. So Ryan,
What? Yeah,
pay attention, idiot.
I am.
What makes you so special?
Oh, my.
In this video, you kind of look like you're in 30 Seconds to Mars.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
That's what I was going for.
You know,
Little Jared
Tony, we
Leto
should say that the DVDs
Leto
are not
action.
free.
No,
like those are.
plug these.
Tony found some good movies
They
that
were
over
good
there.
out there, and
The Amazon prison.
Are you in those?
The Amazon Prison was
no,
a definite
this, the,
good
With
choice
Charlie
over there.
Sheen? Oh yeah.
yeah, then
That movie's terrible and
Chase-
amazing.
yeah, it's good. I mean, these. If you guys have time, you can watch.
What
The
would you pick
Chase
up
is a
there,
phenomenal
Tony?
film.
Yeah, Lieutenant, which is good.
I wouldn't go so far as to say that movie's good, but it's fun to watch.
It has iguanas on the back page. That's awesome.
It's got Nicolas Cage being.
What
Nick
else you got,
Cagey.
Tony?
Romero. It's about. He started a revolution that runs. It's really good.
I thought you were gonna say it's about hour and a half. It's about an hour and a half.
Where's my vitamin C? I didn't get an orange.
No, you get you on the rind. So tell us about what you guys have been doing. What are some of the shows you guys have been at lately?
Well, basically, as you mentioned before, just been trying to fuse together a little music and comedy at the same time.
Right on.
Trying to pull some new eyes from both sides, I guess. I think there's certain
That's
people
another
that-
movie Tony picked up too.
Yo, yeah.
Actually, New Eyes from Both Sides.
We're working on that screenplay right now.
What, Gentleman and Babysitter? That's a good secret. Okay.
No, I'm an avid concert goer.
Sure.
And so I've made a few friends around town that play music, and I'm wanted to find a way to get them in front of my friends that come to see my comedy shows.
Synergy, yeah.
And I think just the way that it's worked out so far has been really fun. So I'm going to keep it rolling.
Yeah,
it's just
definitely.
The way, the band, may have people that would never come to a comedy show, and
Yeah.
the same for people that would go to a comedy show that would never go see this band, and so I think it just works out nicely for both sides.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fun. It's it's hipster.
Yeah, it kind of is hipster. Like the crowd we walked into, I was shocked too. Like we did this show, and like part of you thinks that like music, people are they're gonna be like, no, I don't like laughing, and then like the people that are there to laugh are gonna be like, well, I didn't bring earplugs, like, but like surprisingly, everybody was just like, oh, this is a good time, and then like there's more good time, and then after that
How
there'll be
could
some
you
more.
not love both things?
Yeah,
It's like
if you find a way to incorporate food, like this whole thing, I mean, it's just gonna go.
I'm gonna start making
bananas.
brownies.
Actually, the original Daryl Hill used to do that at his Why Not 3 show. He'd bring in like somebody
Rack
to
of
cater
lamb.
it with like pork sliders and stuff like that.
Really?
Food
Yeah.
definitely tops everything else.
You think
I
I?
could
You
do.
think I
Yeah.
would?
You want somebody to do a spit take and just shoot out a pork slider? Is that what you're saying?
That would be nice.
So, Tony,
Yes.
if you weren't doing comedy, like what would you be doing right now? 'Cause-
That's a good question. My dad asked me that a lot. No, I don't know. but I'd just be looking for a job.
Yeah, probably.
I still am too.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's not like
That's
this
what
has
he's
done
doing
anything for me.
while
Right
he is
now.
doing comedy. So
Yeah.
that-
But I mean, you've got a future in like I don't know, like video store advertising. I would
Oh,
say
thank
it's
you, yeah.
up there. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. If I would have said that, would have sounded like bragging.
he has a blog.
You have a
Well,
blog.
he hasn't started it yet, but he's
I
been
do.
talking about starting a blog about videos. So
What's it going to be called? What's your blog called?
I had no idea. I had this idea.
No.
No, the comedy thing. Kind of just got into it, a year ago because it was.
I'm just gonna turn your mic off. That's cool.
Yeah, thanks.
That's cool. No, seeing Tony and seeing Ryan at shows, it's funny. You get into comedy and like you find the people that you're like, oh, I think this guy's funny. I think this guy's funny, and then like you just happen to see them at other shows, and it's been really nice like lately, and it's getting me charged up for the summer to see that like there's shows here in River West that we're booking that are gonna have cool bands that are at them, and by we I mean Ryan's booking, and there's shows that that Casa Killers are doing around that are gonna feature people that are in Ryan's shows, and there's Casa Killers folks in the show at Stonefly, Lara Bites, Nick Ledesma,
Yeah, and
like
Sugar Maple
yeah.
too. Sugar Maple
yeah,
too.
a lot of back
Sugar
shows.
Maple.
Sublime
Thursday
Thursday
night.
family. I
Maddie
love it.
Fields.
Pio Play.
Yeah, Matt, we should give a shout out. It's
Yeah.
Maddie Fields'
Oh, it's-
birthday.
yeah,
Happy
happy
birthday.
Maddie
Yeah.
Fields' birthday. We should
Fields.
sing.
Should we? Let's just talk about Maddie Fields for a little bit.
I don't.
Oh, he's hilarious. Yeah, he's
I
gonna
love
be.
his hat.
He's gonna be at Stonefly Friday.
He's got a great
Oh,
beard.
is he?
always
Okay.
Yeah.
As great as yours,
So-
but he's got a great beard.
Thank you. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, we should get a shot
Glad
of
my
Ryan's
beard was
on there.
mentioned.
Yeah.
I work on this.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like you do,
It's
and
a
that's what's
soft
important.
fur. Yeah.
Yeah, Maddie Field. So if people out there
By
don't know who
working,
Maddie
I mean
Field
not
is,
working on this.
Oh, is that one of the funniest?
He's had a
people-
vasectomy. That's important.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
I
Point
think
that out.
one of my favorite things that Maddie Field has ever said is that they unzip your beanbag. like that's just a visual that like we all need at some point.
Right.
We should say I hope his kids are listening too. Maddie's kids, if you're out there, Uncle Tony's coming over.
Yeah.
Oh, he has kids.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
he does.
Does
He
he
lives
let
the
you
perfect
around his
suburban
family?
life.
Oh no, most people
Somebody
don't.
told me he did.
That's I started doing comedy just because of like my friends started having kids, and
They were like, go away.
I felt like I just wasn't getting the appreciation I deserved. The attention. They were getting all the attention, so I needed to step it up. So
Yeah.
started doing stand up. Like I'd like to see their kids go do
Could've just
stand up.
started
Yeah, but to be fair, like I've seen a couple of those kids do a show, and I mean,
Yeah, let's see them.
no, but I mean they're really good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're good at other things.
Are you really from Dubuque? Did you
no,
really? go to
no,
school
I went
there?
to school there. I'm from Detroit originally.
Oh, okay, okay.
A
Why?
lot better. Yeah.
I don't know
did
why
you
just the
end
word
up in
Detroit makes
Dubuque?
me laugh.
I don't know. It was the first school I applied to, and they said yes, and we hit it off.
Yeah. I can't imagine Tony Tudor on campus, like walking around, like,
No.
oh, hey, math class, right?
Is it hard
Yeah,
going to
check it
school
out.
when you're not allowed within 500 feet of anybody?
That reminds me, we need to step back at that grade school. I think I left my camera there.
This is terrible.
Terrible.
It's terrible.
You didn't accidentally leave anything.
Anyways,
You left it all there on purpose.
so Stonefly, like seeing bands there has been really cool. They do have food there. Are you guys
they
getting?
do.
Are you guys getting comped on chicken wings or what?
I don't know how late they serve food. I can't
Fruit?
believe
Yeah, how late? Well, they
have
serve fruit till 10.
They have fruit until 10. Good.
Happy hour
No, I didn't
apples,
look
so.
into that beforehand.
But
maybe I should. Maybe I should. RSVP.
Okay, just letting you know.
Tony's patronizing people in the
No,
video
she
stores.
just- I didn't know because that's where I got that movie from. Bad Lieutenant. Are you looking for that?
Yeah, she's listening to the show, Tony. She's really into the movies that you're describing.
You should be. Is
What if there's just a wave of people that come to the store that are just like, yeah, we heard Tony talking about these movies.
Sounded
If you
awesome.
talk to them enough, do you think they would just start following
Yeah.
your suggestions? Like we just start.
Yeah.
Like, oh, no, you should go for that one. That one's great.
Yeah.
You
Did you
badger
guys
them
have
enough.
stuff you wanted to talk about on the
Oh,
show?
I'm sorry,
What
yeah.
did you want to talk about, Ryan? I saw you looking at your notes like you were.
Well,
forgetting.
no. I was just gonna mention the. Oh yeah, I should have brought a color one.
Oh, check this out.
That's racist.
I know. I was gonna mention the people that were in the show. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's good. I need this back so I can remember.
Promo.
So this is gonna be Friday night at 9 p.m. over here at Stonefly.
Yeah.
Just a great venue, great stage. There's seating. There's a dance floor. We're gonna make sure all of those areas are used. $5,
There's a bathroom.
And the comedians that are going to the band that's playing that night is the Half Letters, a couple buddies of mine. Gonna be really a lot of fun. Comedian wise, we've got Lara Bites, Tony Tudor, this gentleman here, Sarandi
That's
Klachizos.
another one. Sarandi.
Yeah, he is a gentleman.
Klachizos?
And a babysitter.
Is that
I
it?
didn't want to say it because I didn't know how to.
Nick Ledesma, Maddie Field, and then myself.
But he's
So there's gonna be, just a lot of laughs going on
it's really
Heck
fun.
yeah.
over there.
Very funny group.
And it's Friday night, so I'm excited. I think there's gonna be it's just gonna be packed. And
Yeah,
there's
for
gonna be
sure.
A lot of
Get out there and
a
see
lot
it.
of fun going on.
If you're listening and you're not into comedy, just jump.
That's
What is
in front
wrong
of
with
our
you?
friend.
Why are you listening
$5,
to
which
this?
is less than $1 per thing that you'll see per human.
Per thing that you
Well, I
That's
mean, it is
math.
less.
Well, right. If,
I mean, Tony's going home with a cool $6 in his pocket. I mean, that's what I hear. out
and
of
it's it's gonna be a good time.
A sad $6.
that. Yeah, a sad
Confused.
I'm gonna be
$6.
doing a lot of new
$6.
jokes there.
You are gonna do a lot of new jokes.
ones
Oh, he's
I-
been writing a
I'm
lot.
saving.
Don't you write? Like, do you guys find that you write new jokes like every week, or what's your process?
I feel like if there's a new show, then I should have new jokes just in case some of the same people are there.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I
not-
just-
it's too hard to have a whole new show. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's no way I'm gonna have an entire new show each time, but I write jokes daily, like as frequently as they come across my head. So
Do you ever find
if
that
I have one that I think is show worthy and I wrote it that morning, it goes into the show. Like,
yeah,
it
right
doesn't
on.
Matter.
Yeah, me too. I always feel that way.
With
Like,
the Bobby Petrino thing you did, that was
that was like that day. I was
Yeah.
working on that, and
That was
I
great.
thought
That
that
was
was funny
funny.
for a
I
while.
didn't even know who that guy was, and it was
Well, sports stuff. Yeah, that's funny. Like, do you find yourself writing jokes? Like, I write things in my notebook when I'm like drunk, and like I just will look at it the next day, and it'll be
It's
like
horrible,
kitty
right.
cat lumberjack, and I'll be like, well, that's funny to me, but that doesn't translate.
I feel like a lot of my jokes too, especially taglines, are written the day of a show when I'm kind of rolling over what I've already written. And then I add something to it just as I'm saying it out loud in my room in my mirror with no clothes on.
Oh, really? You
I,
practice like in your
well,
room?
yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
You do? I see. I barely I can do it in my
have mirrors
car.
all around the
Yeah.
room and on the
I
ceiling.
like to do it walking down the street.
Really? Yeah.
Sorry.
I've done it walking on the street with one where.
I've had
Yeah,
people
but Tony,
think I was talking
you look
to
like you
myself.
talk to yourself anyways.
Yeah, but
you
these
look at the
people saw
porches
me
all the way
and,
down to
I was
make sure
pretending
nobody's
my
on
fist
them
was the microphone.
before you start
It was-
rambling to
I've
yourself.
actually,
One where it
I
was
do
my
that, but I had
uncle's
people on a
genitalia
balcony that I
getting in
didn't
the
see.
face.
Yeah.
They thought it was.
They're like, are you talking to yourself? Yes.
I'm an artist. Shut up.
Technically.
That's a little much. Oh man, your mic's on, Eric. Do we have any tweets coming in? We should say that if you want to tweet into the show to ask Tony or Ryan any questions, you tweet at Cast of Killers.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Bring it out. I want to see
I will answer any question.
anything.
I'm a question
All right.
answerer.
Mark Thorpe wants to know, in the Brewers news, Chris Narvesen's out for the season with a torn rotator cuff. How do you feel about that?
Oh, God. I couldn't care
It's not a
less.
good thing.
Any question?
Well, you mean a rotator cuff, Tony? I mean, you got to think that
Yeah,
that's.
I think I mean,
Mark, we appreciate your enthusiasm, but I don't know if you got a good look at these guys.
No pictures.
I loved sports until I realized Santa wasn't real, and then it just ruined everything.
It was all downhill.
It was like,
Santa was your favorite basketball player.
Yeah, when Santa got traded,
Burned your Santa
it was all
jersey or
over.
what?
that's
Yeah,
about
right
how
on.
long.
Yeah, tweet in. It's funny too. Like Cast of Killers, has shows all over town, and now like you have shows all over town too. Like it's really interesting.
We have a show on Friday too. That's Sherman Park. That's before the Stonefly. That's at 7:30.
Yeah, go to both shows.
Yeah,
Make
go to
a
both
night
shows.
of it.
Yeah, make a night.
They
of
have a burger truck outside of this Sherman Park
Yep.
place. I'm not
And you can
kidding
get some
you
coffee,
guys.
yeah.
They had a
Comfortable.
trailer that was there. I was like, I'm really hungry. They're like, we don't do food. But that burger trailer that's parked 4
Those
feet
are
outside our
the-
door.
Trailers with food are the thing these days. They really are.
I've never
That's
seen
true.
any,
That
actually.
is true.
I've seen them.
They're fantastic. Right outside, if you go to the courthouse.
Do you
at,
feel like
1
you can
o'clock,
just
there's
walk into a
like
trailer?
So
7 of
American.
them.
Oh, really?
Not only do we deliver, we actually make it in the car as well.
We live in that car now, and there's burgers there.
How's my hair, by the way?
It's really good.
It's terrible.
It's tall.
It, I gotta flaunt it
It's
while
like
I have it.
it's like a hot
'cause it's
topic
leaving.
Dragon Ball Z thing.
Yeah, a little bit.
I've heard the little kid from the bad guy from The Incredibles. You see that?
Yes.
There's a bad
from The
guy.
Incredibles.
It's funny.
So
Thin and
I was gonna ask you guys, like, you guys both write jokes that are very short, like quick to the laugh, which is really fun. Like, I love both of your styles. Do you ever like? What's the longest joke that you've ever written? Like, what's like a? Have
A
you
lot of my jokes actually are cut down a lot.
Oh, okay.
Like just they're very bizarre, you know, like babysitter one with Michael Jordan and an ice cream truck that just turned into like a one-liner eventually. But I actually want to do go to a show where it's not good to do like dirty jokes, and then say like if they're laughing after a really clean joke, slip a dirty one in real quick, so then it's like they're laughing at that, and then they'll be mad at you, kind of, you know, like, oh, like that one's a good one.
So you had to make it like rape.
So you're playing.
Yeah.
When
You had to go
nobody's
ahead and
looking.
make that-
When nobody's looking. Tony Tudor's first special will be like, when nobody's looking.
And then they're like mad, like, no, I'm not laughing at that, and you're like, yes, you are. You know.
Ryan,
He's gonna be a
find-
review like, wow, Tony Tudor's first special was kind of like sexual assault, and I kind of enjoyed it. I was asking for it. You should have seen the dress I was
Tony
wearing.
Tudor, you were asking for it. Yeah. I can see
The
that.
title of her grandpa's favorite. I don't know.
I would like to go home to your Thanksgiving with your family.
is why I use
They're
a
probably
fake
all
name.
very sweet people.
Yeah.
Yeah, have no idea that you're talking about
One of
such
them
a
completely
Thursday,
normal.
so I gotta like.
Which one? Your
keep it
uncle
clean. My
or your
sister's gonna
oh.
be there. and
Were they like-
my uncle? No, I could not do a show with my uncle there.
too many.
I've been having that problem, but that's because my uncle's retarded, and I wanted to do a show and like dedicate my entire career to him. And Mom's like, no, don't
He
do
is
that.
though, right? That's not a joke, right?
Right, but he might get offended.
But for how long?
Yeah, right.
That's funny.
Yeah,
I just
Because
imagine
I'm
you-
making fun of his shoes. That's why he'll be offended.
like Tony's family all being really sweet and being like, no, Dubuque, it's still pretty close to home. It's still pretty close to home. You're like, are you sure? Is everybody sure? Oh, that's funny.
They tell
Ryan,
us tales of how you used to follow them around with the camera.
yeah. Ryan, so like with your jokes too, I noticed like you're very like you're almost musical in like your frame of thought. You're obviously somebody who's really interested in music and things like that. But your jokes they go up and they go down. Like your demeanor on stage will go from low deadpan to high. Like I think it's. Do you find yourself writing that in, or just like that's how you feel that day? You're gonna go that route.
Do you write your jokes like you're DJing at Ibiza?
Yeah.
No, I definitely take the writing portion very seriously, and like I don't think I've ever done two sets that were the same, like ever. I mean, I reuse jokes, obviously, because
Sure.
that's what I mean, if
Everybody
you have a
does.
good joke, reuse it, duh. But I try and like constantly add something new, change the order, change something
Yeah.
about it.
Just
and I
verbal
feel like
jujitsu, you know.
it is just like I don't know. I want to make it the best to what I think that night is going to be.
Sure.
You know, like
Yeah.
if I have one new topical one-liner from that day, I'll try and throw it out there, or you know, yeah, if something just fits time-wise. And then
Yeah,
I'll
let's talk
drop
about
it.
time. You know, like. Just kidding. Let's keep it
Glad you
real
bring that
interesting.
up.
Let's talk
Yeah.
about. What do you guys think about at that 4-minute break? I mean, you got to be hitting them really hard, right?
Exactly.
What's like? Have you done like a super short set where you were planning out your jokes and you only got off like 2 or something like that? That happened to me recently. They were like with the competition. It's like, okay, I'm planning for 5 minutes. I'm sitting in my house planning jokes out, and it's like then you do like 2.5 jokes, and you're like, wow, I did not. I screwed
I think that's why I
around.
like the one-liners is because, you know, I'm not doing 30 minutes yet, so I want to give people as many laughs
yeah.
per minute as I can. I do write longer
LPMs.
jokes. Jeez, Louise.
I actually never did use.
I know my words, Jason. I just don't know.
I was
right
laughing
now.
as LPMs.
No,
I never used to do
Blast
one-liners until I met him. Yeah, and I kind of.
It's just,
used to
you know,
just do
I
stories,
like
you know.
hearing people laugh. I like
Sure.
making people laugh. And if I can do that 6 times in 1 minute, that's better for me than possibly doing it 1 time in 1 minute.
So like your comedy is a lot like how you have sex, is what you're saying.
Boom.
You just want to make it happen.
Identical.
It's identical.
Where you prematurely
When?
ejaculate
It's
6
it's
times.
6 laughs in a minute. Exactly.
Exactly.
Eric,
It'd
you're
be even
quiet.
funnier if I had sex.
Boom.
Well, I was just letting these guys.
Just in case
Oh,
my
no,
mom
you're
is
good.
watching.
doing good.
Just in case Tony's family's watching.
If your mom's watching the radio,
What
well,
did-
there's
That's
yeah.
why I use a fake name. I mean,
Watches. I
When
don't
you
know, I see a
started
video.
doing comedy, like when did you both start doing comedy?
June 2nd last year.
Last
June.
year?
Yeah.
December 8th of 2010.
Okay.
So, like a year and 6 months.
Right on, right on. So how are you different now? Like, do you find yourself like you're an angry notebook writing type of guy, or are you more gregarious? Like you want to laugh at more things?
Oh, I've become a little more obsessed with the constant writing. For me, like I'm an observational humorist, I would say. So literally everything throughout my day, if
You
it's
wanna
a play
laugh
on
at it.
words, if it's a fire hydrant that I see something funny at the same time I'm looking at it, whatever it is, like I'll try and write a joke about it if I
Yeah.
think it's funny at that moment. And I don't know.
What about you, Tony?
Wait, what was the
Never
question
mind.
again?
Never mind.
No, I was thinking about what.
By the time I was finished, I forgot. what
Yeah, I was
it
gonna
has
say
to.
like you seem
I was like,
oh my
"Jeez."
god,
it's always
the
different.
True.
roving gang of
I'm
politics.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't know what that
distracted.
is.
I'm distracted by everything right
Did you
now.
see that? Yeah, now you have me.
That guy looked like he wanted to beat me up through just the way his forehead looked.
They looked like mini like Vampire Weekend just walked on the sidewalk past us.
Like we might nominate them for a Grammy. We're not.
Come on,
actually
you
gonna give
guys,
them
we're
one.
on our way to a crab boil. Bring your loot. Anyways, I got a lot of jokes about crab boils. So you guys just
Let's hear
sit
it.
tight. I don't think I have any, but when you were talking about like, any little thing, I was thinking about like a giant column that was in the shape of a cat. Would you call that a caterpillar?
Like a
Yeah,
Sure.
those jokes are great. People
Yeah.
love that
Wait, are
shit.
puns okay though? I get
do,
yelled
I
at
like
for
Oh
puns.
my
No,
gosh!
I get yelled at
if
for
you
puns,
tell,
too.
Hey,
The good thing
I
about
get laughed
Kick
at
Show-
for puns. If
Yeah,
you
like-
tell good puns, people like it. You just have to be so clever they have to laugh.
You got to punish them.
It's literally.
Yeah. Really?
I mean,
yeah,
that's
they deserve
really
it.
that's what it is. Like, I love
Punishing
changing the way
kids.
people think
I
about
love kids.
things that they hear all the
They're
time.
nice. They're
Yeah,
grow
for
up.
sure.
That's what the point is. Like, people, the reason I don't tell longer story jokes sometimes is because, like, I think people will forget those. They may laugh at them at the time, but they'll go home and they might forget what I told them.
That's
But-
when
but
that's
if
when
I
you
can
wake
change
them
the
up
way-
by tapping on their window and you go, "Hey, remember that joke I told you?"
If I could change the way they think about something they hear all the time, then every time they hear that, they're going to remember my joke.
Right on, right on. I don't know, like writing's always a challenge, like for sure.
Yeah, it
like,
is.
But I always find I'm the type of person now, like I'll just like I write and I try not to be embarrassed about writing. Even if I'm at work or I'm in like a public place, I'm like, I'm just writing some stuff down. I like to, I'll take I'll make it look like I'm taking measurements of something, like just specking something up. Like
I
that's
just
a
put
visual
notes
joke.
into my
That's
phone.
a visual joke.
Yeah.
I want to plug for Catch. Catch is a great app. I don't know if they have it on the iPhone, but
I've Evernote.
Yeah,
see,
Jason's
Evernote
trying.
or
I
Catch.
can't type on a freaking phone.
Yeah,
I
the-
can't.
No,
get yelled
it's
at for
awesome.
I just
texting
do it
'cause you
at home.
pull it
I
out and you're
never
typing
take
this
notes
for
with
like
me
5
out in
minutes.
public.
Like, oh,
No,
you're just texting
no,
a
exactly.
novel?
I mean, I do sometimes.
I'm
but
never
I'm
really
looking real
texting
serious
anyone.
Writing,
I'm just
and
writing
if
a
they saw what I was
joke
writing,
while
it's
you're
like,
there.
What's that one?
Like
What's that one
kids,
about?
like,
Yeah,
you know,
you. Yeah.
And I'm like really thinking, and it's really
Catch.
Catch.
It's called Catch.
You were doing a plug
I was
for Catch.
doing a plug for Catch.
Right.
It's orange. If you look it up, I have a phone, T-Mobile's version of an iPhone.
Yeah.
So-
So
I
It's
don't
an
want to
Android
plug
phone.
T-Mobile though. They
don't. You know what? Don't.
You know,
if you don't
me
feel
and
right
Tony
about
can't
it,
even
don't.
text each other. Let's talk about
Oh my
that.
God.
Let's
How weird
get
is
it out
that?
there.
I think it's his phone.
I think one of you is just
Why
not
can't you
responding
text
to
each
the other
other?
one's text.
No,
Well,
we've
see, I
sat
got
next
the
to each
new-
other to do
I'll
it.
show you. I got.
It's right there.
top of the line new Samsung.
Oh, it's on the ground
He,
right now.
For some reason,
Oh snap! That's a flip phone,
he's
son.
got some shitty phone and it doesn't. work.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Right.
Crappy phone.
No, that's all right. We're safe harbor hours.
It's weird because I get texts from other people. I don't
That's
know.
a lie, first of all. Ryan is the only person who texts
The only
you.
people you talk to don't have the motor control yet to text.
Yeah. I would
Oh.
imagine. No, don't you?
Some kids are pretty ahead of their.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, there's smart kids
Yeah,
out there.
there's some smart kids out there.
Oh,
Let's
man.
talk about kids.
Let's get it out there.
No.
Okay.
Which one? I think there's some listening tonight. Is Medifield still on? We're just dropping listeners. These guys are jerks. I don't
no
care.
one's listening.
So, like,
This lock-in sucks.
what made you want to
She's a
do a show
chat.
in River West? Like, why Stonefly?
Well, I mean, honestly, like I was offered the show there, so
Okay.
I can't say that I like sought it out, but I've wanted to do one there. It was just offered to me before I asked. But I should plug. I'm doing the show with do414.com. Their local website.
Oh, okay.
that
Yeah.
promotes all sorts of different things, different shows all around town, and they just kind of hooked up with me because they wanted to help me put on something.
Cool.
And they kind of have like I think like a monthly residency to put
At
on
Stonefly?
shows at Stonefly. Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
So we're kind of doing that together, and they're helping me promote it and advertise it. But yeah, so that's how it came up. But the room, I mean, Stonefly is great. It's
Yeah,
massive.
definitely.
And there's seats, and there's room to dance, and there's tables, and
Is
there's
this band a
food.
There's bathrooms.
Totally,
Are the half
totally
letters a danceable
very
troupe?
dancey. They're
Are they a
I
troupe?
don't know. I've never.
I have
Never heard of
I brought my iPod so we could play a bit
Yeah,
of
we
a
can
song
do that.
if you
Absolutely.
wanted to.
Yeah, we're almost to 9:30 here, so we can take a little pause. Do you got your iPod with you?
I do.
Throw
totally.
throw an iPod in my mouth, and I'll just I'll plug it in.
Ooh, yeah.
Any specific song you want to hear? How do I set this up?
Well, they're fairly new, so they only have 2 recordings right now.
This is the. Never mind. I was gonna make a joke.
This is totally jam band dancey. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh no! Does it have a?
Yeah, on the top.
All right.
Of course, it has the. I mean, that's the main thing. You have to
Don't
plug
yell
in.
at me. All right. What's this called? You set it up. Set it up.
These are the half letters, and I literally just got the song from them, so you're gonna have to check and read the song name. You took it away from me.
It's called.
Like Cataclysm?
Yeah, something like that. Cataclysms. Cataclysms Radio.
Bam!
Cataclysms Radio. We're back. We're back.
Yeah, just bring it back up.
That was what was the name of the group? Half Letters. The Half Letters. And then like 3 seconds
gave
of
it a little
a different
bonus.
band that did
Little
not
bonus.
approve of that. Bonus track. We bonus tracked.
We were just finishing praying.
Yeah, we were saying a quick few words outside, you know. Eric's getting. Oh, see, our friend hasn't been back. The first like 3 episodes that we had, this like old like homeless dude came and interrupted our show, which is crazy.
Oh, the first shows
The first ones of
prior
these.
to this night.
Yeah, and he hasn't come back. His name's Andrew, I guess. Oh, look, Tony's making a friend.
Yeah, that's what Tony does.
Yeah, he's a friendly guy. How did you meet Tony?
Oh my goodness. Actually, so it was towards the end of the summer. I was doing an open mic at Comedy Cafe, and I remember he came up to me and talked to me outside, and
And you were like, get away from me.
I was like, you know, sometimes I'm super awkward at shows and stuff, and I stay pretty quiet. And I think he was talking to me before they asked me how I met you.
Oh.
So I'm telling him, well, they as in
Me.
equals Ryan. Yeah, he came up to me and he was talking to me before I had gone on. So I'm already kind of like in this, and this is after I've been doing stand up for like 6 to 8 months. So I'm still super nervous before I go on.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like in this zone, and this character was talking to me, and I literally was just thinking like, what in the hell? Like,
See, this
is,
real?
I was like, is this who he is on stage, or is this who he is in life, or whatever? And I was like,
Both.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, he was making me laugh, but I couldn't figure it out, and so that was like the very first time. That was before I ever saw him perform, and then I would say like 2 months later or 3 months later.
With that show. And
Yeah, the show in November at Comedy Cafe, like the Milwaukee's.
you were in there, Jason.
Yeah, what was that
Yeah,
called?
the-
Rising
Milwaukee's-
Stars?
Oh,
Rising
Yeah,
Stars. They
was-
did something
was it
way less
November?
cheesy. It was like Milwaukee's next big thing.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Damon put that together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, it was.
Shout out to Damon.
Hey, Damon.
So
He's not listening.
at that show was the first time I ever actually watched Tony, and I was just dying the entire time. So I was like, okay, I'll talk to him now.
You had to work up the courage. You're like a
And
little
then-
schoolgirl.
And then we,
Sugar
then we
maple.
became friends. We started going out to dinner
Oh
together.
my
It started slow.
He,
yeah,
he took me to
It
Comet.
developed.
into something beautiful.
Yeah, like just
You know, it's been nice. It's been a nice journey, and I just think he's absolutely hilarious, and he's become a good friend of mine. So
yeah.
Oh my
I
God,
put him
you
in a lot of
guys.
shows.
I didn't know this was gonna be so heartfelt.
It's not.
It's not. Well, I'll reset. This is Killer Radio. You are listening to the Killer Radio Show on riverwestradio.com. You can check us out on Facebook. Go to our Facebook page, like our Facebook page. We would love
Yeah.
that. Tell us,
Steve's manning it right now.
yeah, we're manning the Facebook page right now. Shout out to Steve Breeze. He's helping us out, posting
Like it.
a
Like
ton
it.
of
Like
stuff.
it.
we're-
Like Ryan Holman's
Yeah.
Facebook page.
Do you guys have Twitter?
Twitter, Ryan Holman 365.
Yeah,
just-
every
At
day
Ryan
of the
Holman
year.
365.
Yeah, Ryan just tweeted into us here.
What did Ryan say?
Apparently,
He asked if we like Ian's Pizza.
oh, someone's on my computer.
We should say that we do like Ian's Pizza. Not as much as Classic Slice, though, guys.
That's
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Are you
it's better.
sponsored by?
Oh, the microphone. Classic Slice is better.
Please don't just manhandle the mic. That'd be great.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna.
We're here
put that in
with
his mouth at some
Jason
point.
Hillman of the Cast Killers,
That's me.
Ryan Holman, and Tony
Jason's
Tudor.
already wearing sandals.
Yes,
I am.
I know.
I started.
It's not that warm.
it was a
totally
hot
that
topic
warm.
before. And Eric Thorson.
Yep.
And I'm Ryan Mason. You
a
guys can
hero,
check us out every
Ryan.
week,
I'm a
8 to
hero.
10 p.m. We're coming to you live, streaming live from River West Film and Video. I wanted to mention, Tony, you've been doing a lot of charity work lately, too. Is that true?
That's true. I do well a ton of charity work. But
A ton.
yeah, recently I was at a show in
Winnipeg?
It was Winnipeg, yes. So it was close there. It was Prairie
For
du
the
Chien,
Jets.
Wisconsin. It's
Sure.
a hustling, bustling,
By the prison.
Yeah, and right by the prison. So it kind of felt like home.
Yeah.
No, it was a charity where I shouldn't have been there in the first place. It was,
No, I would imagine not.
right. But it was an awkward situation because there were kids at the show and
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And your set, we should say that your jokes are not.
kid friendly.
They are kid friendly.
He's not rappy.
In one way, they're very kid friendly. In another way, they're
No, they're
not.
about kids.
Yeah, they're
Well,
Amber
I
Alert
didn't
jokes.
do,
Is there?
I try not to do my dirty pedophile jokes. I did the clean ones.
Okay, yeah. Family-friendly pedophile.
He just starts off every joke with like a really clean pedophile walks into.
Right, like
a bar.
the classy
And his
ones.
name
Like
is Tony,
that's all.
Yeah. Can you even like
pedophile walks into
try
a
to do
shower.
it like a clean pedophile?
I can do some clean jokes.
No, I know you can. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But like that style of joke, like the like kid molesting joke. Is,
Like yeah, I think I could.
I don't blame you. First of all, we did a show. So what happened? Tell us what happened.
Oh, it was just a disaster. I mean, I didn't want to go on stage. Then they're getting mad at me, and I'm like, you know my material, like
So-
you got to get the kids out of there. I can't perform in front of them.
It
And,
takes a lot of guts just to just let it fly, though. You're like, well, here it comes, then,
Yeah, I thought maybe I should teach them a lesson.
That's never a good mind frame to be in as a comic. Like,
teach
I'm
them
gonna
a
teach
lesson.
all these people aren't gonna like me, but
No, they
you're
didn't
gonna
like
learn
me.
something.
To be fair, he warned. Shouldn't
Yeah.
have been there. Was doing it to be nice. Warned, and people still didn't leave the room.
And it was just.
Because
I
they were
think at
having
that
a
point-
good time.
Hey,
I mean, it got to the point in the middle of the show. I said, like, if there are any kids outside, can you bring them in? I want them to hear this. Kind of being sarcastic with the
Oh,
audience.
no.
Yeah.
Goodness.
They didn't really.
That's great.
Well, good thing it was for charity then.
Yeah,
Right.
they raised a lot of money, you know.
Before I went on stage, to
Killing
like,
was
listen to Disney
not
songs
the-
with their grandparents and dancing. I'm like, this is not like a dark cloud's about to enter the room.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we
Something
had that
Tony
one
this
show.
way comes.
Yeah, we did a
Right,
show with
just-
there was a 6-year-old in the audience, and we just kind of like all just froze and tried to do our jokes as clean as possible. And luckily, it worked out for the best. Like the crowd was really like they were more appreciative than anything that
Yeah.
we had actually like stood up and done it. But like
Right.
plus it was a venue though that we were trying to like continue to book, so it wasn't like we were gonna go and burn it. It's not like you were ever gonna be back in Prairie du Chien. Well, the prison you
Right.
might be back.
No, yeah, I was just, but
But what happened in the very end? Did they like applause or boo you off?
My
or-
friends were laughing because of the
Right, yeah,
awkward
yeah.
situation.
If I were there, I'd be laughing
But
too.
like they weren't even laughing at the jokes. But they like before I went on too. They're like, there won't be many kids. I'm like, no, there can't be any kids. Like, what do you mean? Like, what is that?
There's 8
I'm
to
not
10
allowed
6-year-olds.
around children. Seriously, this is a police situation.
Don't let them see the magic over here. Sorry, I'm turning down Jason's mic because his is really loud.
I'm just very loud.
No, it's not you. It's these mics are
Oh.
not
Is
very
this
good.
working?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's working. Yeah. I mean, the whatever you're saying into it's stupid, but
is this thing on?
should we
It's
get?
been off the whole time.
We got any tweets coming in? These guys still wanted to be tweeted at. Anyways,
Let's check it out. Yeah, we only got about a little over 15 minutes left.
Yeah,
That's why we're killing time.
yeah. So we're killing time.
Not since Ryan Holman
pizza?
tweeted at the show. He
No.
wants to know, if, Tony, if you're available to babysit Saturday night.
Saturday. That should.
He's watching my fetus that
Well, I'm
Saturday.
going to be doing another family, but we can. I'll pick them up in my van,
Yeah.
both of them, so
Okay.
then we can do both at the same time. Just
Yeah.
drive them around. I got
It's like a party,
games.
huh?
Yeah, I got like Twister. They can play that or spin the bottle, whatever.
Sure.
Spin the bottle.
Spin the bottle. What are you like 100,000 years old?
Yeah, we used to play spin the bottle a lot in Detroit. That's how we did it. Detroit?
Do you like? Were you raised? You were raised in Detroit.
No, I moved around. To
You move around a lot.
yeah, I do.
Anyways,
It's basically
in real
like
life.
once they get to figure me out,
Yeah,
They
yeah.
come up with, like,
Cat's out of the
pitchforks
bag, I'm
and
outta here.
torches.
He's in the wind. He's in the wind. So you
Right.
moved around a lot as a kid, like.
More as an adult, but yeah, I moved around. I was Detroit and Chicago, really.
Okay, yeah,
And
yeah,
then,
I sense a little Chicago in your accent, a little bit.
yeah, yeah.
It's, like when people start to sound like kind of stupid, I'm like, well, it's probably South Chicago. Right? A kid. Where are you from, Ryan?
He's been around quite a bit.
Yeah, I was born in Utah, actually.
Utah, America?
Utah, America. And then I lived in Austin, Texas, and then Scottsdale, Arizona, then New York City, and then Hawaii, and then Los Angeles, and then here.
Are you like an army brat? What's the story?
No, my dad was a professional golfer.
What?
And
Hole man, right?
Sauls, actually. That's why I have Sauls on Facebook. That was my stepdad.
Okay.
And then my birth father is Holman. And so just legally I kind of had to switch back to that. So that's why.
Because you're a terrible golfer?
Exactly. Yeah, so that and then when I turned 20, I moved to New York by myself, and then from there I just kind of
picked your way through the Midwest.
Moved around.
Yeah, for real. So
I ended up here for a girl, and that didn't last very long, but I've fallen in love with this city. It's just awesome. Milwaukee is such a supportive city. Like the friends that I've made here. I mean, my friends in everywhere that I lived have been great, but Milwaukee just like supports culture and supports the arts way better than I would assume someplace in the Midwest. I remember when I was living in New York and I met the girl from Milwaukee, I laughed. I was like, yeah, I will probably never go there.
And now you live.
And I came out here to visit and fell in love with it and decided to move here from LA after I was living there, and just I don't know, it will be, I know that eventually I'll have to leave, but it will be hard.
Yeah, I mean, if you hang out with Tony,
place.
Yeah.
you'd probably be asked to leave.
We're gonna be out of here soon, man. Be ready, okay?
Tony's got like an extra backpack. He's like, you're wearing all my clothes. It's cool.
I'll pick you up my van. Let's go. We're out of here.
You gotta be ready at the drop of a dime.
Those are pajamas.
Oh, you're flicking a bug?
And a Rise Japan shirt.
Oh, you got it. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny like being like River West too. Like that's where the radio station is, where riverwestradio.com is trying to like pioneer a station, which is interesting. Like that's totally a thing that Milwaukee can like set itself to. It's like we're gonna just start a radio station, like, and everybody's on board. Like people are just like, yeah, well,
I think this is rad.
Yeah.
And I thank you guys for having us on.
Oh,
yeah, definitely.
It's a lot of fun.
Thank you. We needed an hour to kill, and you guys were perfect.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
hoping. Let's
We can
talk
kill
about
time.
next week. We're trying to. Jason went to go see Cabin in the Woods, and I'm really jealous. So I'm gonna try and go see that. So
The
we can
movie
talk
is
about that.
great.
We're gonna talk a little bit about film next week. Hopefully, we've put out some feelers to a couple of film people.
I got a couple right here.
Yeah, go ahead, Tony, please.
I mean, we got The Chase. It's good.
That's a classic.
It's about.
One of the most intense romances I've ever
Is it really?
seen.
I've never seen it actually.
It's really stupid.
it's really
Charlie
stupid.
Sheen picks up, what was that, Christy Swanson?
Yeah, Christy
At
Swanson.
a convenience store.
He's
and then
robbing it, right? He's robbing it.
He was robbing it with a Snickers bar.
Yeah.
And then he forces her into the car, and then there's a chase that involves Henry Rollins and Flea.
Oh, wow.
And then
thought
they
that
film
was
it the
Money
entire
Talks.
time, and then they have sex while driving the car
Yep.
before their big Mexican standoff.
That sounds
And I
really
say
good.
Mexican because it's at the Mexican-American border.
Oh, it's good.
So it's really.
I want to mention
It's
two more
definitely
local
winning
films
in it.
after you mention whatever you were about to talk about.
Oh
too.
no, I was gonna say that we're trying to have Nick Summer on. He's a filmmaker. He's a horror movie director. So his new film coming out is called Billy Club. So I think they're trying to press out for that for the summer, and then whomever else we can get along with him, we may have a
I used
surprise.
to live with
along the way,
a
too.
film student, Kyle Arp. He's doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, maybe we'll have that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Ryan?
I have a couple friends who are working on local films. I think they both have Kickstarters going right now. Heavy Hands is one of them. That's by Sean Williamson. And then there's Savage Land, which is worked on by like a group of dudes. And I'm pretty sure that they all live in River West, and they've all done benefit shows here at either Lineman's or Mad Planet for the films, but I know they still have a couple days, so if you check them out on Facebook too.
Yeah, definitely.
Check out the Kickstarter. I mean, like, you know, when I'm talking about local, I just want to go all
My
the way.
grandpa's a director too. If you want to.
Oh,
Is he?
Well, he used to make films. With
Goodness.
What kind of film?
no, Tony.
That's a bad joke. I mean, it's not for radio.
Tony, are any of your jokes not about your grandpa?
I do have a lot of grandpa jokes, but then I have babysitter jokes too, so I kind of keep it fresh with that.
Where do you get like? Why are you funny?
You mean
Like
the victims,
what?
you like to keep your
like
victims
who?
fresh.
Who
Why
do you
am
get
I
your
funny? I have
from?
no idea. Oh, my father's really funny.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, my dad, my older brother's.
I thought
really
you were gonna
funny.
say like I never knew him, but people
I've
told
heard
me.
he was funny.
That's all that people say. Like he was a funny guy.
Should we ask these people to leave? They're being a little loud.
That's Steve's job over there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Eventually, the show will be
You
broadcast
know, I
from
know
the back.
sarcasm is a difficult thing
Yeah.
to deal with.
There's still space back there, and I think they're eventually going to set up back there.
No, this is awesome. I think it's so cool that people are doing that.
How
I'm just
dare
being a
you
smart
come
ass.
on my show?
That
was the
was
orange?
pretty obvious.
It
with
was
the high-pitched
delicious.
voice.
You would have
my
known the
sarcasm.
delight of the orange, but you rejected my gifts.
Yeah, I know. And now
Was
I
it
have a sore
just
throat.
one orange that you brought?
This is one orange. I got it.
I hope
from
people can
Fuel.
hear me.
I got it with
eating
my
a cough
Mexican hot
drop.
Yeah.
chocolate.
Can people hear me chewing my gum too?
I hope
I
not.
took away the mic.
Oh, one thing I
thought
wanted to
about
talk about. I don't know if you guys live in River West, but the River Horse. You remember the River Horse?
Yes.
What's
Love the River Horse.
I've heard of that.
So it's a bar like just past Stonefly. Like it just opened up again. Like
Club Impala.
Oh, yeah,
opened
yeah.
up as
Club Impala.
Club in.
It seems like the natural evolution of the bar. Like first it's populated by gutter punks, but then it goes away for a little while, and then they come back as like trashy European rapists.
like club you should not go into. I
Like,
want to
it
check it
goes
out.
from
though.
River
Tony,
Horse,
you want to
it
go
turns
there?
into
though?
Victor's,
I'll go with you,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll go,
River
let's
Horse
go.
is definitely a nice name because most people like both of those things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the River Horse is
So
awesome.
it's really deceitful.
always kinda
if it's
smelled
like a
weird.
ride
My
place.
horse.
Yeah,
River.
it smelled weird in there.
Yeah, it sounds beautiful.
Horses can swim and you can ride them like boats.
Can they swim?
In every movie I've seen.
Yeah.
Did you go to a record store day over the weekend? I did that.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Did you? What'd
Yeah.
you pick up?
I got like all
Nerd.
old stuff. I got a Hall & Oates. I got Richard Pryor. I got a Billy Joel.
Which one?
Billy Joel, I think I got 52nd Street. Richard Pryor, I don't remember. And the Hall & Oates is the one where they're sweating.
Oh,
That's the main reason I
that
got
one.
it.
Oh, that one.
Isn't that called? Is that called face to face? It's called one on one.
I think that
One-on-one.
might be.
That's it. Yeah.
You would know that.
I mean, I don't know.
I got a Talking Heads the day before. Speaking of record stores, I just want to mention Off the Beaten Path. It's next to Coppers.
Yeah. Was that guy
such-
super nice?
Like,
The
I
nicest
just want to go in there and just like, I don't even need a
You mean the old
record today.
Flipville?
Here's some money. Like that's
yeah,
how.
what is that? Is that where Flipville used to be?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
Flip
yeah,
Flipville,
it's
that
like-
place was beautiful little hole in the wall.
Yeah, I loved
full of
Flipville.
some
I went in
interesting
there-
random
it-
stuff.
I went in
Is-
there on record store day, and then I was like, "Hey, man, happy record store day." He's like, "Oh man, great to have you in here." He's like lighting incense for the day, and
Yeah,
like,
no,
he's
he's
like, "Man, we just
such
got
a
a bunch
nice
of
guy.
new stuff in." Like, like I'll plug that guy. That
he
guy's awesome.
he wants people, like he gave me such a great deal on a record player. He refinishes them or
really?
puts new needles, puts new
What?
belts, all that
Wow,
stuff
really?
on them,
That's
and then
awesome.
tries to get them back out there as cheap as he can, just so more people are listening to records.
Where's this
So
place
it's
on
next to
Farwell.
Kappa's.
Yeah, by Comet.
Oh,
Across
okay.
from Comet.
It's
and I mean
it's
it's
off
just
the
so
beaten
cool.
path.
They-
Hoppus is
he has a
good too,
great
by the
stock
way.
of stuff, and
I
he'll
like Hoppus.
give you great deals on records too. Yeah, definitely a cool guy. And Kappa's has great sandwiches.
Yeah, they do.
Stop doing ads for everything. You're just doing ads now.
I'm just going down
Yeah,
Farwell.
You're right
know-
across the street. They've got great bacon stuff.
If you guys
Oh,
are in the
yeah.
neighborhood, a little place called Pizza Shuttle, they'll welcome you in.
Walgreens.
We're on a
Family
show
friendly.
about River
No.
West, and we're gonna just talk about
Lactose
Farwell.
intolerant. I would never
If you
touch
guys
that
like
pizza
Gatorade,
shuttle.
you should go to CVS.
Yeah, and then apps for his phone.
Hey,
and
you're
everything.
trying to kill time.
Hey,
I went into
I
CVS.
like sandwiches.
get your hands off my Butterfinger.
Stop it.
You asked me about record
Yeah,
store
they're great
day.
Butterfingers.
It was fun.
Exclusive doesn't
Speaking of
need-
Butterfingers,
need
tell
my
us a
help,
joke, Tony.
And they're not nice.
Oh, yeah.
I
I
went
can-
to Record Store Day, and like the big release this year was the Fish album that was out like
Yep.
on Record Store Day, and like everybody like was asking for it. It was so weird
Like
to see.
people actually like fish.
Oh well, I don't know. People do. They have
It's
a huge.
I know they love
limited.
Yeah, they do.
when I
It's
was growing up,
when
yeah.
something's limited, people
Yeah.
want it more. Trust me, I'm
Yeah.
addicted to limited things.
Get the net, okay? We should say that Ryan collects baseball cards. Did we mention that before?
Did you say the net?
I don't know.
Like the Sandra Bullock movie?
The Net.
Yeah, that's here. Have you seen the net, Tony?
Yeah, the Net's a really good movie.
Precursors to hackers.
It's starring
Not as
Sandra
good as
Bullock.
Speed 2
and,
as far as Sandra Bullock movies
I
go,
bought
but
my dad
it's
Speed 2 for Christmas last year. It's funny you say that. 'Cause it would suck because he hadn't seen Speed 1, so he didn't know like where it was going.
He probably thought it was awesome then.
Well, it was like, what's going on? Like the boat used to be a bus. And,
It's got Willem
you know, really get into it.
Tony, I can't
As
imagine.
if it,
I
like,
can't imagine you have the
it
patience
turned
for
into a
movies.
boat.
Like,
No, I don't.
I was gonna say, like,
No.
do you sit through an entire movie? Like,
when
I'm-
Tony
Without
comes
thinking
over.
of children.
Wow. Well, what kind of movies are we talking about?
Tony doesn't have the patience for like a cigarette that he is smoking. Like that is what I've noticed about Tony. He's like, I'm holding it for a while, and then I better put it down. Then pick it back up and put it down.
Easily distracted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh man, yeah. But on Record Store Day, like everybody was there to try and pick up the Fish album, and like I went into a different record store, not the nice one that we were talking about, and like.
Yeah.
They were like, if another person comes into my record store and asks for that Fish album, I'm gonna kick their teeth in. I was like, you mean if another customer walks into this like dead medium store, like they're records, like it's not food. Like it was so funny.
Yeah,
it was like
that
I don't even know
one
why they
day,
do it.
You have to work hard for that one day
Yeah.
and get asked the same question.
Yeah, like oh, I'm sorry. Like you realize that like
Think of-
Or the rest of the
think
days
how
you
a
beg
bus
people to
driver
come in and
feels.
ask you stupid questions.
imagine if that guy worked in a data center, he'd be like, if another computer breaks down today, I'm gonna
Geek
lose
Squad.
it. Now where are my
Jason, you're
Eagles
talking about Geek
records?
Squad.
Oh yeah, I took my computer into Geek Squad, and they were all dressed in affliction gear, which confused
Really?
me a lot because I didn't realize geeks were rapists. That's the third time I've said
No,
that.
they
Yeah,
are.
No, they bought those shirts at Goodwill.
Like I feel like I'm gonna my computer's gonna get roofied. Leading it there.
We took my girlfriend's computer into a Geek Squad, and like they could tell me anything.
No.
They could be like, it's a fan belt. You got a fan belt out,
You need a new
Yeah,
transmission.
$900.
Geek Squad.
I'm like, oh yeah, I
definitely
know,
the
yeah.
new,
That always
Blinker
car people.
fluid.
Yeah.
Blinker fluid.
It's low on blinker fluid.
You
That's
really
why the
lie to you to
buttons aren't
overcharge.
lighting up. So
Yeah.
it's got to refill it. No, I should say full disclosure that the reason I took my girlfriend's computer into a Geek Squad is because when I was drunk, I tipped over a whole glass of water onto her laptop, and it was like not even like a oh, the cat brushed against it and then I knocked it over. It was just me like drunkenly like reaching for a glass and then just all like immediately on the thing it couldn't have been on. It was
Could
very
they
embarrassing.
fix it at all?
They did, but it was like $500 later.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I don't feel comfortable taking my computer to be fixed on by a guy who looks like I'd run into him at Cannes. Like that's
Just take it to Cannes.
right.
They have a Bloody Mary bar. Anyway, speaking of places on Farwell, if you guys haven't been to a booze, it's closed. So.
It's
We should
very
say.
not.
That
Probably
new
told
place,
better
they
jokes.
changed this. No, a booze is different looking now.
It's
not
a Thai
booze
place
anymore.
now.
What?
It looks pretty freaky.
It's a good time.
There's like two different signs.
Looks pretty freaky, man.
8 different fonts on the signs.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring Ryan Holman in every week to just be like, Ryan, what places on Farwell should people be checking out?
What new place is not in River West do you think people should
kind of
go
have
to?
a good radio voice.
No, Fuel is great. Go eat at Fuel.
Yeah.
I love the chips. I love their sandwiches.
What was it? Thai
Paninis
place?
are great. Stonefly.
You should have Ryan. You need to have your own
Lindeman's.
show. It's just called Paninis
Lindeman's
Are
is
Great.
not a Thai place.
Hey, you're tuning in to Paninis Are Great.
Apparently you read my journal because I've already documented at least 6 episodes of that
This
show.
week on Paninis Are Great, we're talking paninis and Cubans this week. So tune in.
If
And you'll hear ads
if
for
you can
everything
make
I
it,
like.
I'll grill it. I will put lines down the middle of that, and we'll call it a panini.
Oh man, that's a pickup line. Baby, I'm gonna put lines on that and call it a panini.
Busted.
All right. Well, thanks everybody who tunes in. This has been the Killer Radio Show on RiverWestRadio.com. A big thank you to Tony Tudor, to Ryan Holman.
Yep,
Thanks for having
guys.
us.
Yeah.
Please go out to the show at Stonefly on
Friday.
Friday.
9 p.m.
9
Then you got
p.m.
Sugar
But
Maple the
before
day
that-
right?
And
Yeah.
I'll real quick. I'll just mention Sugar Maple on Thursday,
2 days from
the
now.
day before that.
Okay.
A couple of
Um,
comedians from Chicago coming in
Yeah,
today that are pretty
actually,
good.
Murphy Rowe's coming back to town.
Oh, all right.
To do some jokes, and then
Can he even show his face around here after we laid waste to him in the battle royale?
Oh,
Yeah, the
Oh,
reigning
man.
champ
Ouch.
dethroned.
It's getting hot in
Ouch.
here, you guys. It's getting hot in here.
But yeah, he's coming back to town. 2 other Chicago comedians, Nick Ledesma,
Right
Lara
on.
Bites, Tony, myself. It's
Who are
going
the
to be a
show?
lot of fun. And then Anna B is opening the show with some acoustic music. I've started trying
Cool.
to incorporate music into
Everything.
everything. You know?
Yeah.
I like
That's
the
good,
sound of
yeah.
music, and so I want to hear it
The
whenever
movie?
I can.
All right.
I
Let's
just bought that record actually on record store date. That was at Goodwill.
ate a panini. Let's plug a couple of the Cats Killers shows quick.
Yeah, Sherman Park is same day as Stonefly, but yeah, it's a little earlier.
You can catch both.
catch
Battle
both.
Royale round
Battle Royale.
3 at
Thursday.
the Art Bar on
Yes.
Thursday.
Yep.
That's going to be fantastic.
Definitely.
That's the
Those shows have been
final. That's
great.
the final prelim.
Yep.
And then the finals.
Right on.
Yeah.
You're
All
in
right.
that too, yeah.
I'm in the finals, Tony.
Oh.
Don't look at me.
Hey.
Wait,
Cover
Tony,
your
weren't
eyes.
you supposed to appear?
Yeah. Where didn't you
couldn't-
flake out incredibly?
I flaked
yeah,
out.
I remember that.
I couldn't
Tony
make
gets
it.
nervous.
Does he?
Look at him.
Are you too good for
Just
a
forgive him
competition?
right now.
Too
No,
good? Are you
No,
too
I'm
big?
actually,
Just
I'm
feeling
not going to
this
be in
chair.
town when the
You're not
Pretty
gonna
hot
be in town?
babysitting gig. Yeah.
Yeah.
to
Good
do,
charity event.
You have to go do it. Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much to everybody who tuned in, and
Thank you much.
we will be with
Can we
you
get one more
next
shot
week,
of my beard?
8 o'clock.
One more shot of the beard. There you go.
Play some music here. Hold on to send us out with.
If you're gonna play Crappy Dracula, they were.
Yeah, they were great.
Yeah.
Steve, how's it going over there?
I love doing the show.
Anybody send any pictures of them in?